classic cocktail that pairs sour lime with earthy Espolòn tequila notes, adding Grand Marnier's cognac and bitter orange liqueur flavor for a refined smoothness. Visit GrandMarnier.com to learn how to take cocktails from ordinary to extraordinary and live grand. Grand Marnier liqueur, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2024, Campari America, New York, New York. Drink with style, always drink responsibly.
The New York Rangers are back in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's time to take the ice for playoff action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. BetMGM has you covered with countless betting options for hockey, including same-game parlays, props, teasers, live bets, and so much more. With a new and improved app that makes betting faster and easier than ever. And special offers for Rangers fans. It's no wonder BetMGM is the king of all sportsbooks. If you love hard-hitting hockey action, you're going to love wagering at BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app and get your piece of the excitement as the Rangers return to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Light the lamp with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of Madison Square Garden and the New York Rangers. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly, 21 plus years of age to wager, and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 8788-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369.
Welcome back to the Infinity New York Rangers pregame show, brought to you by Infinity. Experience the Infinity lineup at your local retailer today. Don LaGreca back here in our studios in New York City. Down in Raleigh, Game 6, Rangers-Hurricanes. A Rangers win. They advance to the conference final to await the results from Panthers-Bruins, where they'll play their Game 6 tomorrow down in Boston. But a Carolina win, that means there'll be a Game 7 on Saturday. So the Rangers trying certainly to avoid that. This is the seventh time the Rangers have had a 3-0 lead in the best-of-7 series. Only the second time in which they've been forced to play a Game 6. That was way back in 1950 when the Montreal Canadiens came back with a couple of wins to force a Game 6 against the Rangers, a series the Rangers did eventually win in 6 games. All right, let's hear from Peter Laviolette after the disappointing outing in Game 5 at Madison Square Garden. And Peter Laviolette not happy with the attention to detail.
We weren't sharp tonight. We gave up way too many chances in the first period and kind of died off after that. Just wasn't a night that we were looking to have.
Peter outscored 4-0 in the third period. How disconcerting was that?
When anytime you don't play up to your capabilities, you get concerned about that, yeah. But I also know that this group has had games like that before, and they responded. There's accountability that goes with that from them, themselves, and then, from us and what we bring. And there's things we need to do better, and we'll look to do that.
Mika Zibanejad, is that a burn the tape sort of third period?
You learn from it, but I don't think you want to dwell on that too much. You be aware of what are the things that we could do better and different. We lost the game, and we get a new chance on Thursday.
Rangers entered the third period back on Monday with an opportunity to close out the series with a 1-0 lead on a Jacob Trouba shorthanded goal, but 3 minutes in, Jordan Staal scores, and the next thing you know, the Rangers end up losing the game 4-1 on an empty net goal. Jacob, where do you think things got away from you in the third?
We're a little bit back on our heels, I think, in that situation. Probably make more plays, get more on our toes, play more in the offensive zone, just kind of get back to our game. I thought kind of let it come to us a little bit instead of kind of taking the game to them. So definitely something to learn on. I don't think we thought this was going to be a cakewalk. Last 2, face a little adversity. We'll see what we're made of going down to Carolina for Game 6.
And closeout games to the captain are never easy.
We know that the fourth game's always the toughest one to win. You got to match desperation level. It's a team with their season. They're on the line. So yeah, we got to find a way to match that level of intensity and desperation, especially in the third period when we're up a goal, stay on our toes, and we'll learn from this experience and hopefully find a better way through Game 6.
So Mika, what's the attitude going into Game 6?
One game, we know what we can do. No, that's a good team, but the focus is on us and what we can do. And I think we have enough confidence in our group and the way we've been doing it all year that we can go down there and win one game.
Just looking at the line rushes, Johnny Brodzinski back on that right wing in the fourth line. So no Matt Rempe. Again, no Philip Hedl for a third consecutive game. So the one change from game number 5. Let's get back to Jacob Trouba. How important is leadership to step up in a moment like this?
That's why you're put in those positions. Those are the spots you want to be in as players, as people, as leaders. I think we've built something here and since I've been here, probably since before I've been here. Pride's been here a long time. Mika's been here a long time. Chemistry, the belief we have in each other, all that we've done in the past this is why we did it for the situation, and we got to bring it.
Peter, how tough is it to win the fourth game of a series?
I mean, they're all hard. The fourth one's hard because I think the more your back gets up against the wall as an opponent, the more your game is, the better your game is, the more intense it is. And so putting teams away is, I think something that you know that's going to be a good battle. It's going to be a good grind because they're playing for their lives. And that's just, I think, the nature of human beings at some point, right? You're fighting for your life and you're really digging in. And so in order to get to that point for the fourth win, you really got to make sure that your game is on point as well.
Peter, do you agree with Trouba that the team simply just has to find a way?
I was pretty open about the game. Last game, I don't think we played very well. And so that was not our way. I don't know if it's that simple. When you've had success in the regular season and you had success in the playoffs, I even liked the way we played in Game 4. I just didn't like the result. I didn't like the start, that we were a little bit loose in a couple things, but we competed pretty hard for 60 minutes. There's a certain amount of speed and compete that goes into our game, a certain amount of details with defense, a certain amount of attack offensively. There's things that we have done that we all understand inside of our room what makes us successful. So maybe that's what he's referring to. I don't know. But for me, that's what makes us successful as a team. And so we were off the mark in Game 5. We need to get back on the mark.
Peter, how do you dig to find the desperation when the other team is facing elimination?
We know where we're at. We know that, they put a couple wins into the series now, and your time is, that in that window, you start with best of 7. It obviously closes and moves down. And, we talk about things that we have to do, changes we might make, things we have to do, how we have to play. And, you try and get the guys to a point where they're ready to go.
It's now time for the Rangers' Best Bets, brought to you by BetMGM. And the theme continues with the over-under at 5.5. In the previous 5 games, the under has only been hit twice. But it stays 5.5 for game number 6. That was Rangers' Best Bets, brought to you by BetMGM. Coming up here on the pregame show, we'll hear more from Peter Laviolette, Jacob Trouba. Also hear from Jimmy Vesey and Chris Kreider. Go around the National Hockey League, this date in Rangers history. Then we'll check in with the captain, Dave Maloney, for the goalie matchup of the keys to the game. And then just after 7 o'clock, Sam and Dave with the call of the Rangers and the Hurricanes for Game 6 down in Raleigh. Rangers lead the series 3-2. This is the Infinity New York Rangers pregame show, brought to you by Infinity. Experience the Infinity lineup at your local retailer today. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry, oak, or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
To win the cup, everything needs to line up perfectly, no different than finding the person you want to marry. When the time comes to propose, do what I did. Visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers. They'll make shopping for a ring easy. Let them help you pick or design the perfect ring to fit any budget from their 2 by London collection. London Jewelers is committed to getting it just right. So visit London Jewelers today at any of their 7 locations, including the newest location at the mall at Short Hills. Mention I told you to stop by and you'll get the Michael K treatment.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy, and a free Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line with nationwide 5G included, all while saving big. For the big speed, big reliability, and big savings you want, get Spectrum One. Just $49.99 a month for 12 months. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Step inside an Infiniti QX60 and relax in uninterrupted comfort. Leave schedules, appointments, and meetings behind. That can definitely wait. Just turn on the available massage seats and unwind for just a little longer until you feel infinitely you. Discover more about the Infiniti QX60 crossover at InfinityUSA.com.
Welcome back to the Rangers pregame show. Don LaGreca with you here in our studios in New York City, down in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's Game 6, Rangers Hurricanes. New York leads the best of 7 series 3-2. And looking at the line rushes again, Matt Rempe out, Johnny Brodzinski on that 4th line playing right wing. Let's hear from Peter Laviolette, who got a chance to speak to the media before the game. Third crack to get the fourth win. Will you try something different?
There's always things I think that change inside of a series, small changes, and you're playing a team, something that you don't do in a regular season, where you play one team and then you move on to a different team with different systems and different ways that they play, and I think you really focus on your identity and your system in the regular season. When you play in the playoffs, I do think that there has been already, small changes with what we do and how we play the game. And so that to me is based on the opponent and not necessarily when it moves in the regular season from a different team to a different team. And so there's always changes that are made. There's meetings, there's changes, there's things that we talk about we can do better in all scenarios, and things that are working well for us, and try to get better at those and try to fix the ones that aren't working as well.
Peter, does the team need to remember that they still, in fact, have a lead in this series?
I think that sometimes it's the nature of the playoffs. Just it's the question that you're asking. I don't have the answer to how those things play out. I do think that it probably splits down the middle, but again, in Game 4, I thought we did a really good job playing that game and had it, and they scored the late power play. Game 5, I've already talked about. We're past that. Right now we know we're in a situation where that best of 7 is closed down to, we've got 2 games left, and that window's gone from 7 down to 2. We know we got to need to win 1 game. And so again, we just keeping it simple. We focus on how we can play better, things we can do to make sure that we're ready to play and win a hockey game tonight.
Jacob Trouba, how confident are you in this group?
Very confident. Like I said, it's not something that just came up yesterday. It's something that's been built for a long time here. There are a lot of guys, a lot of voices, a lot of actions. There's so many guys in this room that have stepped up at different points, and now it's time for everyone to be pulling on the same rope. It's going to take all of us.
All right, let's hear from Jimmy Vesey. Is there pressure that comes with having a 3-0 lead and now reaching this point?
I think, when you're up 3-0, it can kind of seem like you can take it for granted a little bit. Now we've gone through some adversity, and I think, any time you're in the playoffs or going on a run in the playoffs, there's going to be highs and lows and adversities along the way. This is one of those instances, losing two games in a row, and all year we've been a team that's responded and met every challenge. So this is our first chance tonight to respond and meet the challenge ahead of us.
Now, Game 5 did not end well for the Rangers. Again, a 1-0 lead going into the third, 4 unanswered goals. So, Jimmy, does the way Game 5 ended forces you to sharpen things up?
Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing much more to say. We had an off game. We've lost 2 in a row now, and we got to get back to our standard. And we're never going to kind of just cakewalk through this playoffs or this round. So, yeah, we got to get back to it and stick to our game. And like I said, we believe in that process.
This team has answered the bell all season long, Jimmy. Why is that?
Yeah, I think we got good leaders. We got a great coaching staff, and we've been all year. I think we've prepared very well for the next game or the week of games that we've had, and our preparation's been really good. So yeah, we got a good group in here. We believe in ourselves, and we've believed all year that if we go out and play up to our capabilities, then we're going to get the result that we want, and tonight's no different.
Same question to Chris Kreider. How do they always seem to answer the bell?
Yeah, it's been a resilient group all year. It's something I think that we've taken pride in, especially when we haven't been particularly at our best. We're able to respond, so we have an opportunity to respond.
And earlier today, Chris Kreider broke down Game 6 in the simplest form.
It's a game. It's one game. It's an opportunity, one shift at a time. Have I hit all the cliches?
Stick with MSG for all things pre- and post-game coverage for every game the Rangers play. Watch on MSG or stream for free on MSG Plus with an eligible TV subscription. Well, coming up here on the pregame show, this date in Rangers history, check in on a Western game later on tonight between Vancouver and Edmonton. And we'll check in with the captain, Dave Maloney, for the goalie matchup and the keys to the game. And then just after 7 o'clock, Sam and Dave with the call of Game 6 in Raleigh, Rangers and the Hurricanes. Rangers lead the series 3-2. This is the Infinity New York Rangers pregame show brought to you by Infinity. Experience the Infinity lineup at your local retailer today. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Tito's handmade vodka on game day? Pour me in, coach. From a seat in the stands to the best seat on the couch, root for your favorite team with your favorite team spirit. No matter who's on your roster, lineup, or lucky jersey, make Tito's your first round bottle pick. Whose house? Tito's house. Find cocktail recipes for every fan at Tito'sVodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
The Honda you want is here. Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Honda Civic, which car and driver called fun to drive. There has never been a better time to drive in the moment with Honda, the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand for 2023.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Car and driver, January 2023, based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
The New York Rangers are back in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's time to take the ice for playoff action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. BetMGM has you covered with countless betting options for hockey, including same-game parlays, props, teasers, live bets, and so much more. With a new and improved app that makes betting faster and easier than ever. And special offers for Rangers fans. It's no wonder BetMGM is the king of all sportsbooks. If you love hard-hitting hockey action, you're going to love wagering at BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app and get your piece of the excitement as the Rangers return to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Light the lamp with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of Madison Square Garden and the New York Rangers. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly, 21 plus years of age to wager, and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 8788-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369.
This is the Infinity New York Rangers pregame show brought to you by Infinity. Experience the Infinity lineup at your local retailer today. Don LaGreca back here in New York City, down in Raleigh, North Carolina. Moments away from Game 6. Rangers-Hurricanes. Rangers lead the series 3-2. It's now time for this date in Rangers history. Let's go back to May 15th, 1926. The National Hockey League granted a franchise to Madison Square Garden president Tex Rickard, and they eventually became the Rangers, joining the Americans, who made their debut in the 25-26 season. On this date in 1995, the 8th-seed Rangers completed an upset of the first-place Quebec Nordiques, winning Game 6 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals 4-2 at MSG to win the series 4-2. The contest was the Nordiques' final game before the franchise moved to Colorado to become the Colorado Avalanche. And on this date, May 16th, 2015, Dominic Moore tallied the game-winning goal, 2:25 remaining in regulation, as the Rangers defeated the Tampa Bay Lightning 2-1 in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final at MSG. The Blue Shirts played their 15th consecutive one-goal game in the playoffs over a 2-year span, adding to their modern-day NHL record for consecutive playoff games decided by one goal. One game in the National Hockey League other than this one out west. The scene shifts to Vancouver tonight as the Canucks play host to the Oilers. That best-of-7 series is even at 2 games apiece. Always a pleasure to welcome in the captain, Dave Maloney. How are you, sir?
Very good, Don. How are you this evening?
Good. Looking forward to a game tonight. And the one thing I really feel, Dave, I don't know what's going to happen tonight, but I just feel like because you've got Peter Laviolette, the extra day off, that there's a very good chance the Rangers are going to have their A game.
Well, coming off a game that was less than they expected of themselves, there's no question. They're going to be better. There's no question. Now, whether it's good enough, well, that's why we're playing. So, and I think the things that, it was interesting to listen and talk to different people today, and it's just a matter of, okay, we got to get back to our game. And the game, I think, Peter Laviolette's season all season long, their game, I think, was predicated on compete, execution, and speed. And I'm not sure we really saw that to the nth degree in Game 5. That being said, as you said, let's move past Game 5, and here we are at Game 6. So I just think there are a lot of reasons to believe in what this team has done all season long, what they've done in this building. They won both games here in the regular season, won a game here in the playoffs, and you go back to Game 7 in 2022, there are plenty of reasons to still believe in what's going on here, despite the fact that the locals had less than favorable comments in the power play in the third at Madison Square Garden. I think the default mode in the great city of New York is when something goes wrong, right away you think the world's going to end. The world's not going to end from a Rangers season. They will be better tonight. This will be a competitive hockey game.
All right, let's dive into the goalie matchup, which is brought to you by the Macallan Double Cask 12-year-old single malt scotch.
Well, listen, it's there's no surprise. It's the number one goaltenders that each franchise needed and needed to be. They're number one. They're both paid to be number ones, and they've both been pretty good at the times that are needed. And, of course, when we speak of Carolina, we speak of Frederik Andersen. This will be his 10th appearance in this playoff run. He's 6-3. He's got a 2.46 goals against average and an improving save percentage at .902. Of course, in Game 5, I don't think he was challenged. I really don't. They watched the game again this morning. In the third period on the power play, Vinny Trocheck had a couple of good opportunities on a bang-bang play. First period, there was a deflection by Chris Kreider, but I don't know that there were 5 quality chances in Game 5. The Rangers will be better and have to be better to challenge Andersen. In the meantime, Igor Shesterkin, I agreed, and I think Kenny and I talked about it at the end of the first period. I thought the first period in Game 5 set everything up. But for Shesterkin, Trouba's goal probably wouldn't have been a factor that it was. And in the meantime, in Game 5, that was a 1-0 Ranger lead after 40 minutes, largely to do with Igor Shesterkin. Shesterkin, great numbers career-wise against the Carolina Hurricanes, a .924 save percentage and a .233 goals against average. He's been really, really good. And once again, he'll have to be good, as will Andersen. These are two teams that, by and large, were a point apart in the regular season. Here we are in Game 6, and they'll need both goaltenders to play their game.
And that is the goalie matchup brought to you by the Macallan Double Cask 12-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey. The Macallan Double Cask 12-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey, the perfect balance of American and European sherry seasoned oak casks, 2 worlds, 1 Macallan, imported by Edgerton Americas. Please enjoy responsibly. Now time for the Rangers' keys to the game, driven by Nissan.
Well, a bit of a disturbing trend is the 5-on-5 play vis-a-vis the power play, right? You can survive 5-on-5 if your power play is, participating. And we have not seen the power play participate in the last 3 games. I think you can certainly credit Carolina. I think they've been more aggressive, and I don't think the Rangers have executed to the degree that we've become accustomed to. So I think if the shot's there, and I do think that on the power play, the Rangers need to play with a little more pace and a little more precise puck movement. So the power play, 5-on-5 is what it is, right? We play a lot of the game 5-on-5, and the Rangers have to be better. And where the battles start, and a good indication of how the Rangers are working battle-wise is in their own end. Are they protecting rush? Are they winning the one-on-one battles below the goal line and at the blue line? So those are the different things you talk about at the Rangers, at the top of everything, to be quick, to compete, and execute with precision. They're going to need to be at the top of their game here in Game 6.
And that's the Rangers' keys to the game, driven by Nissan. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full lineup that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com today. Dave, enjoy it. Have some fun.
All right, Donnie. Thank you, buddy.
All right, that's Dave Maloney. He'll have the call with Sam coming up in mere moments. It's now time for Rangers Game Time, brought to you by Infinity. With an assist in Game 4, Mika Zibanejad now has 8-game assist streak, tied with Adam Fox for 2022 for the longest in Rangers postseason history, and tied for the second longest streak to begin a postseason by any player in NHL history, behind Bobby Orr's 11 in 1972. That was Rangers Game Time, brought to you by Infinity. Experience the Infinity lineup at your local retailer today. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York on the MSG Radio Network.
This is your radio home for New York Rangers hockey. This is 98.7 ESPN, WEPN FM, New York.
This has been the Infinity New York Rangers pregame show, brought to you by Infinity. Experience the Infinity lineup at your local retailer today. I will talk to you again in the first intermission, but coming up after these messages, Sam Rosen and Dave Maloney with the call at Game 6 down in Raleigh. Rangers and the Hurricanes. Rangers lead the series 3-2. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York on the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout. Enjoy the game, everybody.
This has been Infinity New York Rangers Game Night. Rangers hockey is coming right up on the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, New Yorkers! Tonight's hockey is presented by Heineken Silver. New Heineken Silver is a world-class light beer with only 2.9 carbs and just 95 calories. Choosing a light beer usually means sacrificing on taste or quality. But with Heineken Silver, say goodbye to compromise. Heineken Silver has all the taste with no bitter endings. So this spring and throughout the playoffs, grab a surprisingly crisp and refreshing Heineken Silver. Taste the difference. Available at your local Heineken retailer or for delivery at Heineken.com/silver. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers, and are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace the beast in your basement, inefficient boiler and tank-type hot water heater. A 96% efficient Peerless boiler and a Pavilion tankless water heater are the perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat and hot water you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you, visit peerlessboilers.com or paviliontankless.com. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Step inside an Infiniti QX60 and relax in uninterrupted comfort. Leave schedules, appointments, and meetings behind. That can definitely wait. Just turn on the available massage seats and unwind for just a little longer. Until you feel infinitely you. Discover more about the Infiniti QX60 crossover at InfinityUSA.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
This is New York Rangers hockey.
Spins away from Drury. Lost the puck. Natchez centering pass. Bortnick scores! 3-1 Carolina.
This is New York Rangers hockey.
Yeah, we gave ourselves a chance. Not a good third period. Let one slip away. Turn our attention to game 6, and we got another crack at them. Go down to Carolina and bring a better game.
This is New York Rangers hockey.
It wasn't a reflection of who we were for the majority of the year. Tonight was not it for us, and we'll look to get better.
This is New York Rangers hockey. New York Rangers hockey starts right now. Live from PNC Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina for the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's Game 6, the Rangers versus the Hurricanes. Here's Dave Maloney, and with the play-by-play, here's Sam Rosen on the MSG Radio Network.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina. We are live and getting set for Game 6 and the Rangers' third chance to close out this series. You heard the pregame show with Don LaGreca and the comments of head coach Peter Laviolette. The Rangers need to bounce back. They've done it all season long. They've answered it. They've responded well. This is a team that has some terrific players, and in watching the games the last couple of nights, Dave, I just got the feeling the Rangers need their top guys to come through. When the Rangers are at their best, Panarin, Trocheck, and Lafreniere are dominating things. The line of Zibanejad and Kreider going strong, especially on special teams. So they need those things to come through with a victory.
And by and large, this series they have delivered, and that's the reassuring thing. I think you leave one guy out of the mix, though. And I think Adam Fox has yet to put a real imprint on this series, and I think he's quite important. Obviously, he's an elite defender. He's an elite offender in the league. So when you talk about really, I think he's the one guy of the bunch that leads this team that needs to be a little more assertive here tonight and a little bigger part of the story.
It looks like we'll see a little tweaking of the combinations on defense by head coach Peter Laviolette. Looks like he's going back to the Miller-Trouba combination as opposed to the Miller-Schneider combination.
Yeah, I mean, it worked all season long. I mean, and when you've lost back-to-back games, well, you're not going to look at anything or overanalyze anything, but getting back to the rotation that seemed to carry this team all season long, which got moved around a little bit when Jacob got hurt and then he got suspended, right? Or he got suspended and then he got hurt. It forced them to kind of look at things, and I think it was a surprising. The play of Miller and Schneider was quite surprising and enlightening and good it was. But, maybe you get Trouba back into that second or top rotation. He gets a few more minutes and becomes a bigger factor in the hockey game.
What do you think's happened special teams-wise? Has the Rangers gone a little stagnant on the power play, or has Carolina done something that's taken them out of their game?
I think it's a combination of both. I do think that it's so crucial. The first two games, the Rangers' puck possession on the power play was precise. It was quick. The puck was put into areas where they had an equal chance to get it. And I think Carolina has I think they've reduced or concentrated on, if there's blood in the water, attack on the penalty kill. They got burnt a little bit only because they lost possession off the draw. So I think, like a lot of things, it's a combination of such, but I would like to see the Rangers, again, compete, play with speed, and execute. That is their DNA. That's what's carried them all season long, and they're going to need to be that style of team here tonight.
Crowd getting loud, waving white towels. The officials have hit the ice. The referees tonight, Francis Sharon and Steve Kazari. Frederick Lecouillet is the standby referee. Ryan Daisy and Devin Berg are the linesmen. We are awaiting the arrival of the teams on the ice for Game 6. Don LaGreca touched on it in the pregame show, Dave, and that is Rangers have to remember they're up in this series, and one win and it's over.
Well, the Rangers do remember that. It's the rest of the people that support them. The Rangers know exactly where they're at, and they've been in a situation, and they don't have to be reminded that they're up a game. And really, I talked to Keandre, I talked to Jimmy Vesey, and, I didn't have to remind them that you're up a game. They know they're up a game, and I think that's the thing that was a little bit disappointing when the Rangers couldn't get it done in the third period on the power play, that the crowd turned on them. This crowd here doesn't turn on their team. They do not turn on this group here. But that's New York. That's what you get, baby, when you sign up. So, in the meantime, this should be a good one.
Rangers are on the ice. Carolina just coming out of the tunnel. They are hitting the ice. And, man, it's getting loud and exciting here. And we will have the presentation of the colors and our national anthem in just a moment. Freddie Anderson will be in goal to our right. Igor Shesterkin in goal to our left. The Hurricanes in their black uniforms, jerseys, and pants, red trim, white numerals. The Rangers in their white jerseys, road jerseys, the red pants, the white helmets, and now the starting lineups lining up at their respective blue lines as we get set for the presentation of the colors. Game 6 here in Raleigh. The Rangers won Game 3 here to take a 3-0 lead. They were close in Game 4. That was a 3-3 game, and then the late penalty by Ryan Lindgren leading to a power play for Carolina, which they cashed in. And now, the presentation of our colors and our national anthem.
Presenting tonight's colors is the Chapel Hill Fire Department Honor Guard. Now at this time, please rise if you are able. Kindly remove your caps and join us as we honor America with the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Performed this evening by Adam Lee Decker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets are wrecking, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right. Crowd alive. Players ready. The opening puck drop is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the brand new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. What do you look for early, Dave?
Well, I think that, managing the early surge, it's bound to happen. This building is electric. They play an up-tempo, hard game. Carolina, again, it looks like Carolina's going to opt to put Stahl for starters on Zibanejad. That's probably a good thing. You keep Stahl away from Lafreniere and Panarin. But we'll see as these things go along, and away we go, Sam.
Here we go. Controlled by Carolina, back in their own zone. But Kreider gets to it at the goal line. Centers hit the side of the net, comes around the boards, is batted out to center. Picked up by Jarvis, whistled down for a hand pass against Carolina.
So Chatfield loses his footing here right off the original draw. Chris Kreider jumps all over it, and the Rangers do get offensive zone possession. And, Chris Kreider could have gotten called for a tripping there. As the stick we see on our monitor here, that stick was in, and Chatfield did go down. But in the meantime, face off to the left for the Carolina netminder.
Zibanejad and Stahl on the face-off, one by Stahl. Back behind the goal line, picked up by Orlov. Takes to the right side, plays it off the boards out to Jarvis in center. Right side feed to Stahl, try to center for Jarvis. Winds it around the boards, blocked there. Jarvis keeps it alive. He's double-teamed. Combination of Fox and Kreider. Moved up the boards and cleared out by Zibanejad. Orlov at his own line. Swings it across. Taken away by Roslovic. Skates deep into the Carolina zone. Around the net. Lost control. Chatfield moves it up. Stopped there by Goodrow. Goodrow winds it behind the Carolina net. Played by Anderson. Left it for Orlov. Backhands it out to center. Stop there, and the Rangers take over. Trouba at his own line. Up ahead for Goodrow, tried to get it to Brzezinski. Shea broke it up. Cleared to center. Moved ahead and sent in by Vesey. Winds behind the net. Anderson plays it on the forehand. Round the glass. And it's picked up and brought out by Carolina. Left side of Kuznetsov. Into the Ranger zone. He centers. It's brought in deep. Turning around and winding around the boards to the far side for Kuznetsov in the right corner. Rangers take it away. Miller moves it up, and it's cleared down into the Carolina zone. It's going to be an icing on the Rangers. A minute 25 into the game.
You're going to pay particular attention to the Rangers in the defensive zone when it comes to one-on-one battles. First two entries by Carolina, the Rangers have been good. They get possession here. Now, this one resulted in an icing, but it was an extended presence by Carolina. Face off to the right, Igor Shesterkin.
Top line on for Carolina. Aho, Svechnikov, and Gensel. Rangers control, moved up the boards, cleared out by Miller. Stopped by Slavin, backhands it into the Rangers zone. Almost got the Rangers in a change with too many men on the ice. Moved up the boards by Schneider and brought out to center. Into the middle is brought across by Trocheck. Skates the right, feeds, gets it back, centers for Lafreniere. Broken up, shot by Schneider. Save, dropped by Anderson, but he's got it in the crease.
Yeah, Braden Schneider does a nice job just getting it into the net. Once again, you would like to see now, excuse me, in the DNA of this group, is still the propensity to maybe overpass, right?
No.
But they do a nice job here. It eventually gets back to Braden Schneider. He throws it to the net. Anderson with a little bit of trouble. Face off to the left of the aforementioned netminder.
Trocheck wins it from Aho. Played back by Lafreniere to the point. Wound it in deep by Schneider. Picked up by Carolina to bring it up the boards. Aho lifts it out. Intercepted by Schneider. Back from the Rangers. Trocheck left side. Centers. It's deflected and cleared out. The center picked up by Gustafsson for the Rangers. Ahead is Trocheck into the Carolina zone left circle. Back pass to Gustafsson. Shot wide. Up the board. Schneider goes to play it. Winds it deep past Trocheck. After it is Aho. Aho lifts it out of the zone to center, but he lifted it into the Carolina bench. And the face-off will come back in the Carolina zone. 2:23 gone by. First period, no score.
Carolina does a really good job of protecting the middle of the ice in the defensive zone. So we've seen two instances where the Rangers, there's a shot there, and they try to go force it through the middle of the ice. I'd just like to see the puck get to the net. Force Anderson to be involved in the hockey game, which I don't think he was in Game 5.
Wenberg against Drury on the face-off to the right of Anderson in the Carolina zone. Wenberg on with Cooley and Kakko. Carolina controls. Good hit by Cooley in deep. It's one behind the Carolina net. Taken away by Kakko. Into the left circle. Turns. His shot is blocked. Comes out to the blue line. Kept in by Lindgren. Long shot. Blocked in front. Scrambled at the top of the crease. It's cleared to the line. Shot by Fox. Saved with a blocker by Anderson. Rebound kept in by Wenberg. Winds it ahead. It's stopped by Drury. His pass was blocked. Loose puck. Drury lifts it out for Carolina. And it's picked up, run in by Natchez. He shoots, save, Shesterkin, and he holds it.
Really good start here with the Rangers, though. You know, we're just 3 minutes into this hockey game. The Rangers look much quicker, much more assertive than they were at the start of Game 5. As Natchez, again, when you get caught up in what's going on in the offensive zone, you got to be aware of where Carolina is. It's no different than when you're in the defensive zone because they like to create havoc and then find people away from the havoc. Face off to the left of Igor Shesterkin.
Defensive zone face off. Goodrow taking it. He's on with Sabanajad and Kreider. Goodrow against Jordan Stahl. Now Goodrow is chased, and Sabanajad will come in to take the face off. Linesman says something to Sabanajad. Drops the puck. It's loose in front. Rangers come out with it. Brought out. Chipped ahead by Goodrow. Into the Carolina zone. Picked up by Chatfield. Backhands it up the boards. And is fired out by Orlov. Long pass right side for Teravainen. Into the Rangers zone. Back pass for Chatfield. Carries deep. Winds to the corner. Taken away by Kreider. His pass deflected to the side of the net. Is covered. Side of the crease by Shesterkin. 3:20 gone by here in the first period. No score.
Well, again, you know, all things being equal, that's not the place we want Chris Kreider with the puck.
Right.
You know, it was just a matter of the rotation and defensive zone coverage. Now, give Kreider, you know, an awful lot of credit for getting back. But there was a long two-zone pass. It looks like Carolina early here wants to stretch the neutral zone. We saw Natchez earlier, and we see the play here, Nason, this pass, two zones.
Kuznetsov wins the draw. Shot by D'Angelo. There's a save with a glove by Shesterkin and no rebound. They'll take the face-off again. Shots are even at 2-2. Nothing dangerous thus far. Transitions have been quick, as Dave mentioned, with that long stretch pass a couple of times. Kuznetsov wins it back, but Brzezinski picks it up and skates it clear. Into the Carolina zone. Right circle, shoots wide. Rebound around the boards. Another shot goes wide by Vesey. Up the right side, kept in by Trouba to Vesey. He takes a hit. His pass intercepted by Shea. Able to move it up to Nason. Cross ice feed off the boards into the Ranger zone. Shesterkin tried to clear. It was blocked with a glove. A back pass for Nason is broken up by Brzezinski, and he clears to center. Carolina has it there. Slavin sends it back in. Down the boards in the Rangers zone. Sent back the other way by Miller to Trouba and back to Miller. Up the left side now to center. Played there by Burns. Left side of the blue line to Slavin, back to Burns. Up ahead into the Rangers zone, taken away by Schneider. Right side feed to Trouba, now to center. Carried in by Kreider. Got it to Roslovic. His pass intercepted by Slavin. Trying to clear. Roslovic stopped it. Then it's poked ahead by Slavin. Rangers keep it in. Gustafsson had it taken away by Slavin. Winds it around the boards in the Carolina zone. Stopped by Schneider. In deep. Burns winds it around to Slavin. Up the right side for Svechnikov. His clearing attempt was blocked, then it's cleared out. Sent right back in by Schneider. Hard around the boards. Chipped ahead by Svechnikov, and it's cleared out. Back into the Ranger zone. Schneider goes to get it. 5 minutes gone by. First period, no score. Schneider in his own end behind his goal. Up the left side to Gustafsson. Right side pass was blocked. Bounces around in center. Brought back in by Seth Jarvis. Cuts in, shot blocked by Schneider. In deep. Jarvis tried to play it again. In the right corner, it's given away. The Rangers, Panarin able to clear it out. Chatfield in center to Orlov. Right side feed to Teravainen and ahead to Stahl. Shot by Jarvis, a save made. And it's cleared out by the Rangers. Carried out down the right side by Lafreniere. Left side pass was broken up in center. Sent ahead by Lindgren. He chases after it deep in the Carolina zone. Taken away by Jordan Stahl. Avoids a hit attempt by Trocheck. Drops it back for Orlov. Orlov behind the Carolina net. Nearly 6 minutes gone by. First period, no score. Orlov holding. Fires it long pass to the red line. Left side to Drury. Into the Ranger zone. He shoots, glove save. Snatched out of the air beautifully by Shesterkin, and he holds it.
But how did that get set up? Another stretch pass, right? Just inside the Carolina end zone. That's the third time now that an opportunity has developed through two zones, an extended pass. So the Rangers, again, have to be cognizant of that. But in the meantime, Shesterkin with a fairly routine snap of the puck off the stick of Drury.
5:59 gone by. First period, no score in the game. Carolina 4 shots, Rangers 2. Face off to the right of Shesterkin, Zibanejad, and Drury. Drury wins it, but out of the zone. All the way back into the Carolina end, Brady Shea. Right side feed to Tony DeAngelo. Out to center, left side of Drury at the red line. Cross court into the right corner. Miller tried to move it. It's picked up by Wenberg. Wenberg clears right side and center to Kakko. And in the Carolina zone. Try to put it in front of his broken up. Picked up by Cooley. Back pass to Wenberg. Plays it to the left point to Miller. Winds it in deep. It's intercepted by Shea. Backhands it off the boards down the ice of the Ranger end. Trouba back for it. Trouba to Miller in the Ranger zone. 6:40 gone by. First period, no score. Trouba fell down. Puck taken away. Brought in by Kotkaniemi. Pass in front was missed. Oh, big chance for Carolina. Out in center, Nason fires it ahead off the stick of Kotkaniemi. He's tied up by Miller. Gets help. Miller does from Brzezinski, sending it around the boards. Nason winds into Kotkaniemi. Left side of Kuznetsov. His shot stick to side by Shesterkin and cleared out by Vesey to Brzezinski. At the red line, Brzezinski fires in. Round the Carolina boards. Played back by Slavin to Burns behind the Carolina net. Cheers for the Carolina Hurricanes. Played up the left side to Teravainen, gave it away. Here's Kreider moving in. It's broken up and cleared out by the Hurricanes. And in the Ranger zone, Schneider is there. Out to center to Roslovic. And in the Carolina zone, left side to Zibanejad. To Gustafsson for a shot. Saved by Anderson. Rebound to Teravainen. Clears it out to Jarvis. He's one-on-one with Fox. Now 2-on-1. Fox breaks it up with a good stick check. Jordan Stahl was open on the left side, and Fox made a big play. In the Carolina zone, Orlov pressured by Kreider. Kreider with a hit on Chatfield. Orlov to Chatfield in the Carolina end. Out in front of his net to Orlov. Right side to Chatfield. Left side feed to Aho into the Ranger zone. Offside whistled on the play. 11:49 to go. first period. There's no score in the game. And you're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
At Garden City Mazda, discover more about what moves you.
Don't miss deals all month long during our customer appreciation event.
Our inventory of new and Mazda certified pre-owned vehicles is unmatched in New York.
The new 2024 Mazda lineup features sleek lines, confident handling, spacious interiors, and the latest innovation.
Garden City Mazda. Exhilaration at every turn, exceptional in every way.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
The Honda you want is here, so drive in the moment with the versatile CR-V or Accord, both named a Car and Driver 10 Best. And when you're driving a Honda, you're driving the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand for 2023.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Car and Driver, December 2023, based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler and water heater with a new Peerless boiler and Pavilion tankless water heater. Don't wait, act now. Go to PeerlessBoilers.com for a dealer near you. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Been a great pace here early, and what's been impressive to the Rangers, you would talk about compete and speed. That's been very noticeable here in the defensive zone. Not quite as many extended battles, not quite as many attempts to move it out of the defensive zone. They've been good.
Face-off just outside the Rangers zone. Wenberg on the face-off with Drury. Rangers send it deep into the Carolina end. Back forward, sent around to Drury. Drury skates up slowly, fires a pass ahead in the center, brought across the line, shot, save made. The rebound sent up the boards. Wenberg is tied up, forced back by Natchez. Winds it around the board to Lindgren. Lindgren lifts it out to center. It bounces past Cooley, sent the other way into the Rangers zone. Lindgren has it there. Back skates behind his own goal line. Lindgren holds. Rangers complete a line change. Trouba comes on. Here's boos from the crowd. Rangers move out with it. Carried out to center by Trocheck, who was tied up there. Brought back in. Aho, cross-ice feed behind Svechnikov. Rangers head the other way. Panarin, right side of Trocheck. In deep at the goal line. Winds it around the boards. Up to the point to Miller. Sends it back into the left corner, where Lafreniere was tied up by Svechnikov. Back pass to Miller at the blue line. Panarin, right side to Trouba. He shoots. Tipped wide by Lafreniere. Panarin out to Miller, center of the blue line. Right point to Trouba. Left side, Trocheck. Shot by Miller from the blue line. Saved by Anderson. Lafreniere after it. Gets to it. He's tied up. And Burns clears it down the ice. Carolina will take the icing. Good pressure by the Rangers.
Great pressure. That's the puck movement that you need to have, right? Crisp, tape to tape. This Ranger team, this has been the best 10 minutes of their game, I think. Maybe going back to game one.
Wow.
They've been sharp. They've been quick. They've been on top of the puck. They've battled for positioning. Face off to the left for Frederick Anderson.
Zibanejad had a little huddle with Roslovic, Gustafsson, and Schneider off the face-off. Roslovic in the right circle. Off the boards to Kreider. Backhands it off the side of the net. Zibanejad got taken down. He was looking for a penalty call. Nothing called. A hand pass is whistled in the Carolina zone against the Rangers.
Yeah, I think it's offside. Either way, this is going to be a face-off in the neutral zone.
Yeah.
I think the puck slipped out a little bit. But again, Mika Zibanejad gets kind of turned around. I think the puck just kind of followed him in front of the net. And in his attempt to get it, he gets spun around. As we take a look once again, possession off the draw for the Rangers. Kreider just throws it to the net. Oh, boy, Aho put that left hand in there, didn't he?
That's what I thought.
Pulled
Yeah.
it? Wow. They're letting them play, Sam.
10-13 to go, first period, no score. Face-off just outside the Carolina zone. Zibanejad out, Kreider in against Stahl. Kreider wins it. Rangers play it back to their own line. Right side feed to Schneider. Sends in from the red line, but it deflects up into the netting. And they'll bring the puck back out to center ice for a face-off. 10:06 to go here in the first period. Rangers 3 shots on goal. Carolina 5. No penalties yet in the game.
And again, Carolina's, they've been, they are a volume shooting team. It's not like that, the shots on goal are indicative of where the puck has been.
Face-off win by Stahl back to his own line. Orlov moves it ahead. Into the Rangers zone is blocked by Zibanejad. Pushed ahead by Stahl to the Ranger goal line. Stahl trying to work it around the boards. He was stopped there by Gustafsson. Puck goes to the far side. Kreider after it against Chatfield. Pushed ahead by Jarvis and blocked by Gustafsson. Trying to clear it. He does to center.
Great job by Kreider. Kreider got there in a hurry. Puck gets out.
Puck back into the Ranger zone. Gustafsson with a check on Jarvis. The puck around deflects to the side of the net and is covered by Shesterkin with 9:29 to go.
This goes off the skate of Braden Schneider, and now we have a little stuff going on. It looks like it's Gustafsson and Teravainen, I think. But we're gonna see what happens here. 9:29 left in the opening period. No score. A very spirited first period. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York. And the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
The New York Rangers are back in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's time to take the ice for playoff action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. BetMGM has you covered with countless betting options for hockey, including same-game parlays, props, teasers, live bets, and so much more. With a new and improved app that makes betting faster and easier than ever. And special offers for Rangers fans. It's no wonder BetMGM is the king of all sportsbooks. If you love hard-hitting hockey action, you're going to love wagering at BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app and get your piece of the excitement as the Rangers return to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Light the lamp with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of Madison Square Garden and the New York Rangers. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly, 21 plus years of age to wager, and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 8788-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369.
Grand Marnier takes cocktails from ordinary to unforgettable, adding a layer of sophistication to some of the world's most well-loved drinks, including the margarita. The Espolòn Grand Margarita is a classic cocktail that pairs sour lime with earthy Espolòn tequila notes, adding Grand Marnier's cognac and bitter orange liqueur flavor for a refined smoothness. Visit GrandMarnier.com to learn how to take cocktails from ordinary to extraordinary and live grand. Grand Marnier liqueur, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2024, Campari America, New York, New York. Drink with style, always drink responsibly.
Rangers hockey on ESPN New York is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
Face off to the left of Igor Shesterkin. 9:29 left in the opening period. And again, indicative of Carolina, like the Rangers have opportunities to put the puck towards the net. They've only been credited with 2 shots, but that isn't in their DNA. Where Carolina, they're going to throw everything towards the net. Hence, the Rangers outshot 5-2 here, but it has not been indicative of where the puck's been.
Kuznetsov against Goodrow, controlled by Carolina. Side of the net, Nason is pass blocked by Goodrow. BC plays it back at his goal line. Winds it around the Fox, up ahead, right side, Brzezinski. Long pass, tipped ahead by BC into the Carolina end. Played by Anderson on the forehand around the boards. Blocked by Goodrow. He's tied up with D'Angelo in the corner. 5 players there now, 6 players. And the puck moved out by Carolina. Kuznetsov to Kotkaniemi. Backhands it, a bouncer on goal. Steered away. Tried to center, and the Rangers intercept. Brzezinski, left side feed, and it's cleared out to center. Blocked at the Carolina line by Burns. Up ahead to Kuznetsov, in with a shot. Save made off the glove of Shesterkin into the corner, centered by Svechnikov. Broken up by Trouba. Winds it around the boards for Lafreniere. Chipped to the head of his block. Kept in by Carolina. Then broken up by Trocheck. Good play. Brought out by Miller. Left side of Trocheck. Cross the line. Panarin. Left circle. turns, skates back to the blue line, drops it off to Trouba for a shot, saved by Anderson. Good shot by Trouba. Wound around the boards, right side of Panarin. At the goal line, he centers, tip wide. Trocheck is all alone, top of the crease, but he deflected it wide. Sent in deep, Panarin around the boards to Miller. He takes a hit, but winds it deep to Lafreniere. He's checked there, battling with it, keeps it alive. It's taken away by Slavin. Got it back to Aho, who skates up the middle and out to center. Right side feed sent in by Svechnikov. 7:50 to go, first period, no score in the game.
I don't think Trocheck realized that he was by himself on that deflection. Right, Sam?
You're right. Up ahead to center Wenberg into the Carolina zone. Cuts to the middle of the shot. Deflected. Goes high off over the glass and up into the netting. Play stops with 7:36 to go. First period and no score.
Rangers got a bit of a break in that sequence. The puck got held up by the official, and that's what it ended up. Then ultimately, Trocheck all alone in front. Tried to deflect it, but he had all kinds of time to stop it. That being said, the game looks an awful lot easier up here, Sam.
It certainly does. And you would know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like a Hall of Fame player up here.
On the face-off, one back by Carolina at their goal line. Lifted out to center. Carried ahead by Natchez. Lost control. Stopped at the line. He brings it back across the line. Rangers try to clear it out. It was blocked, kept in by Drury. Rangers take over. Schneider out to center. And for Kakko is sent back in by Carolina. Played by Gustafsson. He takes a hit. Drury moves in. He's hit by Schneider. Puck pops loose deep in the Rangers zone. Kakko moves it up the board. Stopped by Shea. His shot goes wide. Around the boards, brought out to center by Cooley. Cooley takes a hit. He's tied up by Drury. But he pushes it into the Carolina zone where Shea drops it off. Hurricanes have it and bring it up. Natchez carries to center. Now he's forced back on the forecheck by Zibanejad. Shea around his net. Right side feed to D'Angelo. Long pass to center, tipped in by Teravainen. Stahl after it against Lindgren. Lindgren ties him up. Puck kept in by Carolina. It's centered, deflected away. Into the near corner, Orlov winds it deep. Seth Jarvis centers in front. Teravainen couldn't play it. Rangers clear it out. Lead for Kreider. Races in. Left side. He shoots wide. Round the boards. Kept in deep by Fox. Winds it around to Roslovic. Left side. He's tied up there by Teravainen. They battle along the boards. 3 Hurricanes there. 2 Rangers. Fox gets it back to the point. Played ahead. Kreider after it. But it's cleared to the line and out to center. Trocheck trying to play it. Gets it back. Comes into the Carolina zone by himself. Back pass comes out to center where Miller takes over. Sends it back to his own line to Trouba. Trouba in the Ranger zone. Always hears boos from the crowd. Panarin plays it cross ice in center. Lafreniere winds it deep into the Carolina end. Slavin takes a hit from Trocheck. Carolina comes out. Aho to center. Lead right side to Gensel. Gensel in deep against Miller. Gets to the Svechnikov. He's hit by Schneider. Sent around the boards, but kept in by Slavin. Long shot blocked. Went off his own man and is played out to center. Long lead to Trocheck. Rangers using the stretch pass now. Into the Carolina zone. The Kings take over. Brent Burns behind his own goal. 5:10 to go. First period, no score. Left side feed for Kuznetsov. It was blocked by Brodzinski. Burns up the right side this time and out to center. Rangers take it back, send it back in. BC winds it around the board. Brodzinski gets to it right corner. Try to center, blocked by Shea. His pass taken away in Carolina to center. Nason in the Rangers zone. A long shot stopped by Shesterkin. Sent behind the Rangers net. Nason winds it around to Kotkaniemi. Out to Kuznetsov. Skates back to the blue line. Turns for a shot. Blocked by Gustafsson. He skates to center with it. To the red line. He sends it into the Carolina end.
Well, I'll tell you, this has been a hell of a play period. This has been tremendous hockey here by both teams.
4:20 to go. First period, no score. Carolina to center. Broken up by Will Cooley. Nice play. Fox brings it across the line. Drop to Cooley. Try to work it ahead. Carolina broke it up. Fox able to work it deep. Cooley sends it into the corner. Sent up the boards. And brought out by Drury. Right side to Orlov into the Ranger zone. Ahead for Martinook with a shot in front that was blocked by Fox. Rangers cleared to center. Taken back by Dmitry Orlov. And in the Rangers zone, he's stopped by Wenberg. Good play. Panarin heads the other way down the left side, deep in the Carolina zone. Around the net. Panarin on the right side. Back pass to Trouba for a shot. Deflected wide. Played by Trocheck. Out to the left point to Panarin. Right side to Trouba. Went left side for Trocheck. Missed connection. Trocheck for the keep in. Right side to Trouba. Wrist shot. Blocked in front. Cleared up the boards by Orlov. Drury trying to clear. Battle along the near boards. Trocheck is there. Came with it. Martinook took it back. Then the Rangers keep in. Lafreniere winds it deep. Trocheck got to it, but Orlov able to move it from in front. Loose puck left circle. Played up the boards, kept in by Miller. Cleared to the line. Miller keeps it in. Right side. Lafreniere around the Carolina net. In front. Save made. And the rebound was cleared from in front. I think Burns may have cleared it from in front.
That's the best save of the period here so far. Frederick Anderson with a left pad save.
Not Burns on the clear. Chatfield got the clear. 2:45 to go. First period. Chancer for Freddie Anderson hearing the cheers from the Carolina crowd. Out in center, Slavin winds his way into the Rangers zone. Beautiful poke check by Gustafson. Broke it up. Rangers head the other way. Kreider moves in with a shot. Save made by Anderson. Moved up the boards by Svechnikov. It stopped at the blue line, but cleared out. Given away to Schneider. Sends it into the middle, brought across the line by Gustafson. His shot deflected into the corner. Loose puck picked up by Brady Shea. Shea to center. Fans wanted a penalty on a hit by Gustafson. A turnaround shot went wide by Aho. Played on the near boards and carried out to center by Cooley. He took a hit. Send it into the Carolina zone. Under 2 minutes to go. First period, no score in the game. Dropped back by Kotkaniemi and picked up by D'Angelo. He carries to center. Left side feed for Kuznetsov. And it's whistled down for an offside. 1:42 to go in this first period.
Well, we're going to take a break here. Boy, it's been a frantic-paced, well-played first period. The biggest save of the period belongs to Frederick Anderson. And, of course, New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Hey, New Yorkers, tonight's hockey is presented by Heineken Silver. New Heineken Silver is a world-class light beer with only 2.9 carbs and just 95 calories. Choosing a light beer usually means sacrificing on taste or quality. But with Heineken Silver, say goodbye to compromise. Heineken Silver has all the taste with no bitter endings. So this spring and throughout the playoffs, grab a surprisingly crisp and refreshing Heineken Silver. Taste the difference. Available at your local Heineken retailer or for delivery at Heineken.com/silver. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
Step inside an Infiniti QX60 and relax in uninterrupted comfort. Leave schedules, appointments, and meetings behind. That can definitely wait. Just turn on the available massage seats and unwind for just a little longer. Until you feel infinitely you. Discover more about the Infiniti QX60 crossover at InfinityUSA.com.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy, and a free Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line with nationwide 5G included, all while saving big. For the big speed, big reliability, and big savings you want, get Spectrum One. Just $49.99 a month for 12 months. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
1:42 to go in the first period. No score in the game. Rangers have had only 3 shots. They've been credited with 15 hits.
Well, again, I think that the guy, that shot clock's a little slow on the finger. Because Carolina has not really been in the Rangers' end of the ice. You know, you get used to them pinning the opposition down, pinning them down, and the Rangers have been good.
You made the point earlier. They moved the puck out of the zone quickly. Right. Face-off just outside the Rangers zone. Played back by Wenberg to Lindgren. Clears it out. Chatfield there. Chipped it off the boards. Send it to the Rangers zone. Wenberg stops it. It's picked up by Drury. Turns for a shot deflected wide. Sent around the boards. Kept in by Orlov. Winds behind the net. In front they score! Martinook to Natchez.
Boy, I'll tell you, this is a hell of a pass and a better finish. The Rangers, once again, but for a bounce, the puck bounces around the defensive blue line, and this, I'll tell you, this is a world-class pass and a better finish. Natchez is right on top. Now, again, Gustafsson comes around, and Carolina pinches down, but, oh, what a pass, what a shot. What a shot by Natchez. He's right on top. He's right on top of Shesterkin, and he goes top shelf. And Carolina, again, keeping the puck in on top of the Ranger defenseman. The Rangers leave that vulnerable area open in the defensive zone and pay a price.
Natchez from Martinook at 18:38. And Carolina with a 1-0 lead, playing the Ranger zone. Chipped out to center and picked up by Goodrow. Into the left circle, shot deflected back behind the Carolina net. Cleared out by Brady Shea to center. Gloved down by Miller. Picked up by Kotkaniemi. Into the Ranger zone. Feed to Nason for a shot save. Shesterkin. Rebound on the near side. A lot of jump now for Carolina, but less than a minute to go in the period. Vesey clears it out. Back in the Carolina zone. Slavin has it there. Skates in front of his zone net. Up ahead to center to Teravainen. Sends it into the Ranger zone. Lindgren looks around, looks to move it. Does to the near side. It's taken back by Carolina. Then Stahl had it broken up by Lindgren. Stahl able to kick it ahead. Brought in deep for a shot by Teravainen. Save made by Shesterkin. Teravainen and Stahl working the right side. Rangers come out with a puck. Trocheck to center. Trocheck right side of Panarin. Right circle. Try to center. It was blocked. Trocheck's pass blocked. Trocheck along the right wing boards. Played it to the side of the net. Back behind the Carolina net. Jarvis there. Period comes to an end. And the crowd goes wild as Carolina, trying to stay alive in this series and extend it to a 7th game, comes out of the first period with a late goal by Martin Natchez and a 1-0 lead.
Well, I think there's a couple things here. I think from a Rangers standpoint, there was very little to complain about in that period. If they had the tendency to get the puck towards the net, there'd be more than 3 shots. They definitely had possession in the offensive zone. We noticed it earlier where they were kind of turning away, trying to force an extra play. Anderson made the best save of the period, and yet late, it's again, they're that vulnerable area in the defensive zone. Guy available, Neshkash, he goes top shelf, 1-0 Carolina.
Carolina with the lead, and the Rangers held to only 3 shots on goal in that first period. Don LaGreca coming up with the first period intermission report. End of 1. In Game 6, the Hurricanes won, the Rangers nothing. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Last call. Last call, last call, last call. Hi, New York. This is Michelle Scalisi from Security Dodge. Come get a last call. And right now, you can take up to $10,000 off MSRP on our like-new Chargers and Challengers. Plus, they have a huge selection of Scat Packs, Swingers, Shakedowns, Demons, King Daytonas, Hellcats, TRXs. Do you want to roar? Shop 24/7 at SecurityDodge.com during our Memorial Day sales event.
Tito's handmade vodka on game day? Pour me in, coach. From a seat in the stands to the best seat on the couch, root for your favorite team with your favorite team spirit. No matter who's on your roster, lineup, or lucky jersey, make Tito's your first round bottle pick. Whose house? Tito's house. Find cocktail recipes for every fan at Tito'sVodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Attention hockey fans, let's talk winning off the ice. ThriveWell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge infusion therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. At ThriveWell, patients receive care, comfort, convenience, and compassion so they can get back to cheering for their favorite teams. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, ThriveWell offers private, state-of-the-art infusion suites along with breakaway treatment from their highly trained medical team. Find out more at ThriveWellInfusion.com. ThriveWell, saving lives drip by drip.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window and Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window and Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window and Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window and Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
This is your local Tri-Honda dealer's New York Rangers intermission report. Now here's Don LaGreca on the MSG Radio Network.
Well, a very intense period, but it's Carolina that comes out with the lead 1-0 on the Rangers in Game 6. It's now time for the first intermission report brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today. Very close. Even though the shots are 10-3 in favor of Carolina, very even period, exciting period, a lot of back and forth, even though there wasn't a high volume of shots. Panarin had an excellent opportunity in the second half of that first period. But again, Carolina scores a late goal. It's been a bit of a theme in these playoffs of scoring late period goals, and it would be Martin Necas getting his fourth of the postseason from Martinook and Orlov at 18:38 to give Carolina that all-important 1-0 lead, third consecutive game in which Carolina's facing elimination, and they will take the 1-0 lead into the first intermission. There were no penalties in the period, really just a fun period, but it's Carolina that cracks the code. Rangers can't clear the zone, and then behind the net, Martinook finds Necas. Great pass by Martinook, great shot by Necas to beat Igor Shesterkin, who does blink late in the period to give Carolina the 1-0 lead. This Rangers top shelf performance is brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka, and you give it to Igor Shesterkin, who did make 9 saves. Carolina obviously trying to get rubber to Shesterkin, and it certainly worked there on that last shot to give them the 1-0 lead, but Igor strong on the other 9 shots. Not that they were overly aggressive by any stretch of the imagination, but keeping it a scoreless tie until less than a minute and a half to go in the period. That was the Rangers' top shelf performance brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's Handmade Vodka on game day. Pour me in, Coach. Find cocktail recipes for every fan at Tito'sVodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly. Well, coming up, we're going to hear from Peter Laviolette. We'll check out the other game coming up later on tonight. It's out in the Western Conference, Game 5 between the Oilers and Canucks, where the scene shifts to Vancouver with that best-of-7 series even at 2 games apiece. We'll also talk about the other series that are still going on in the second round. We'll go deeper in the numbers through the first 20 minutes of play, and then we'll drop the puck for the second period down in Raleigh. It's Game 6. Hurricanes have a 1-0 lead on the Rangers. Rangers, though, still lead the best-of-7 series 3-2. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey! Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York.
It all started on a rainy Sunday, and I was enjoying a peaceful drive before the arrival of the in-laws when...
It's a disaster. That sneaky dog of yours got up on the counter and gobbled up the cake.
So I can pick up
It's gotta be from the place off Highway 9. Hurry, they're almost here.
Luckily, my Nissan Altima was built to handle the unexpected. With available intelligent all-wheel drive, I was able to save the day without a slip-up.
You made it.
Piece of cake.
Drive the Nissan Altima. Now get a low $209 per month lease for 36 months on the 2024 Nissan Altima. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collision or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Well-qualified lessees 2024 Altima SV front-wheel drive. $4049 initial payment excludes tax, title, license, and $695 acquisition fee. Includes $625 manufacturer's rebate applied to $209 per month lease. Disposition fee due at lease send. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. N6324.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers, and are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace the beast in your basement, inefficient boiler, and tank-type hot water heater. heater. A 96% efficient Peerless boiler and a Pavilion tankless water heater are the perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat and hot water you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you, visit peerlessboilers.com or paviliontankless.com. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
No matter who you are or what you do, life gets busy. With all you have going on, don't let your health insurance slip through the cracks. Renewal rules have changed, which could mean losing your health insurance if you don't act. New York State of Health is here to help. Once you receive your letter from us, follow the instructions right away. To get started, visit nystateofhealth.ny.gov or call 1-855-355-5777.
The Honda you want is here. Now's the perfect time to drive in the moment with the rugged and capable Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Find your adventure with great offers now available on the Honda you want. And when you're driving a Honda, you're driving the brand named Kelly Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand for 2023.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelly Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Stick with MSG for all things pre- and post-game coverage for every game the Rangers play. Watch on MSG or stream for free on MSG Plus with eligible TV subscription. Don LaGreca back here in our studios in New York City. Down in Raleigh, North Carolina, the Hurricanes draw first blood. Nate just gets the goal late in the first period, and the Hurricanes have a 1-0 lead after one here in Game 6, a series the Rangers lead 3-2. And, of course, all the conversation about the Rangers having a 3-0 series lead, now trailing in Game 6. It's been an even series outside of the third period in Game 5, and it was a pretty even first period as well. Igor Shesterkin good, making 9 saves. After practice yesterday, Peter Laviolette talked about his goaltender, Igor Shesterkin.
Both of our goaltenders, but talking about Shesty, they compete and they work hard every day. They're diligent about their business. They try to bring their game into practice and make sure that they're practicing the right way so that they can play the right way. And you see that, for me, I see that translate with him into his game. I think he's been outstanding with the way he's played. Games where, we've had a lot come at us, he's been the guy that, when it comes down to that goaltending position, that's the guy that has to be, in the end, the difference maker. There's always going to be chances. There's always going to be shots. And he is that guy for me. He's a guy that you want in the net going into a big game down in Carolina. I think that he's proven that down the stretch, through the course of his career, down the stretch and into the playoffs here as well. And so I think a lot of it comes from his mental preparation on how he prepares himself for the game, whether it's off the ice or on the ice in practice. And then he's able to take what he's put into prepping for that game and bring it into the game and deliver that. I think he's done it at a high level.
Peter talked about goaltenders. Backup goaltender, of course, is Jonathan Quick. 3 Stanley Cups to his credit, including being the backup goaltender in Vegas for their first ever Stanley Cup. And Peter Laviolette just talked about the impact Quick has in that room.
His voice is, when he says something, people listen. He's been through it. He's done it. Multiple Stanley Cup winner. When you get somebody in like that in your locker room, it's important. It could just be, a conversation that I have with him, or he may just talk to somebody else, or maybe he says something between a period that people stop and they listen, because this is a guy that knows exactly what it takes to be successful. And so to have him here this year has been incredible. The fact that he's going to be with us moving forward is also incredible.
Of course, he was the voice in the room going into overtime in Game 2, a game the Rangers eventually won. So now it's back to work. We'll see what his voice might be saying in the intermission here tonight, where Hurricanes have a 1-0 lead after one here in Game 6. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This is your radio home for New York Rangers hockey. This is 98.7 ESPN, WEPN FM, New York.
One other game of the NHL tonight, scheduled to get underway at 10 o'clock from Vancouver. The Canucks and the Oilers, that best-of-7 series is even at 2 games apiece. And you take a look at the 8 teams that are still alive in the playoffs, and all of these 8 teams are fabulous. You can make the case maybe the best 8 teams in the NHL, not just because those are the ones that advance. You take a look at what they were the entire regular season. You've got Dallas, who won the West, the Rangers that won the East. Carolina was a second-place team in their division. Edmonton was a second-place team behind Vancouver, who won their division in the Pacific. Florida was great all year. Boston also a terrific team. So really, there's a lot of really quality teams left. Colorado won a Stanley Cup just 2 years ago. And you look, everybody's had trouble finishing off the opposition. Florida was up 3-1. They lost at home in Game 5 the other night to Boston. Dallas had a chance to close out the Avalanche. Couldn't do it at home last night. So these are all very good teams going up against each other. So, yeah, the Rangers won the President's Trophy. Yeah, Vancouver won their division. Dallas won the Western Conference. But they're going up against real quality opponents that will not go away. And unfortunately for the New York Rangers, they're up against one of the best in Carolina that just will not go quietly into that good night and have that 1-0 lead after one here in Game 6. This is What's on Tap of the second period, brought to you by New Heineken Silver. And it looks like this game is taking the theme of Games 4 and 5. Not a lot of penalties. There have been 0 penalties through the first period. And, of course, the Rangers haven't been able to use their power play all year long, although it has struggled recently as they've gone 0 for their last 8 since the Trocheck game-winning goal in overtime back in Game 2. But it looks like this game is being called like the previous 2 games, and that seems to be an advantage to Carolina, as the Rangers have not been able to get those power play opportunities, or at least with the frequency they got them when they were 4 for 9 to start the series. We'll see if that changes going into period number 2. That was What's on Tap, brought to you by New Heineken Silver, world-class light beer with only 2.9 carbs and 95 calories. Heineken has all the taste with no bitter endings. Available at your local Heineken retailer or for delivery at Heineken.com/silver. Well, I'll be back with you coming up in the second intermission, but coming up after these messages, Sam Rosen and Dave Maloney with a call of period number 2 from Raleigh. It's the Hurricanes 1 and the Rangers 0. Rangers lead the best-of-7 series 3-2. This has been the first intermission report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been your local Tri-Honda dealers New York Rangers intermission report. Blue Shirts Hockey is next.
Ranger fans, when deciding to take a charter bus, there is only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel have the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been serving New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 25 years. They offer premier customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate traveling experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call 212-206-6974.
New York Presbyterian gives you the healthcare choices you want, like over 450 locations in Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and Westchester. Virtual care that lets you connect with us digitally. World-class doctors from Columbia and Weill Cornell Medicine, and Health Matters, an online source for the latest health and wellness topics and tips. Experience extraordinary healthcare when and where you need it. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian. Restrictions apply.
Get more in the new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. More selection, over 750 new vehicles available, and more savings on their entire Mazda lineup. Lease the all-new 2024 Mazda CX-90 PHEV Preferred for just $319 a month at Ramsey Mazda. Route 17 North in Ramsey. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 888-885-2970 for lease details. Excludes tax, title, and registration. Zero security deposit. VIN R1157453. MSRP $51,915. Ends 5/31/24.
Sam Rosen, Dave Maloney here in Raleigh. Don LaGreca in our studio in New York. And glad you're with us as we get set for the second period of Game 6, with Carolina leading it 1-0, trying to tie the series. Rangers trying to wrap it up. Second period puck drop is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the brand new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Teams are back from their locker room, just hitting the ice. The time of the goal is driven by Ramsey Mazda. The only goal thus far, Carolina. Martin Necas, his fourth of the playoffs, from Jordan Martinook and Dmitry Orlov at 18:38. Time of the goal, driven by Ramsey Mazda. It's the experience of driving a new Mazda and buying a new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. What do you look for here in the second, Dave?
Well, like I said, there's not an awful lot to have an issue with the Rangers played. They outchanced 25-18. Again, with just 3 shots on goal. They had 12 missed shots, and Carolina had 10 block shots. Or 9 block shots. So I just think, again, the goal was a bit of a comedy of errors and then a great play. The puck, the original clear by Wenberg goes off the linesman's skate. Then the soft entry goes right by Shesterkin. I mean, he has to. I talked to Brian Boucher. He's got to glove that puck. And then eventually comes around, a great pass and a great play. But the question then is, Adam Fox forces Martinook behind the net. There's really no need to force him there. If he just leaves him there, then you've got the front of the net protected.
Cover the front.
But that's all in the past. The Rangers here down 1 after 20.
Igor Shesterkin in goal to our right. Freddie Anderson in goal to our left. Rangers start with Zibanejad, Kreider, and Roslovic. Control the face-off. Roslovic, left side of center, goes cross corner. Off the corner boards, Jordan Stahl for Carolina. Moves it ahead, intercepted. Roslovic to Kreider, his pass blocked. Kreider in the left corner, winds behind the Carolina net. Far side, Fox centers on goal. It's covered by Anderson in the crease. Opening minute of play, second period.
I thought Chris Kreider was really good in the first period. Using his speed and his strength in both ends of the ice. Makes a good play here. Eventually forcing a face-off in the Carolina end of the ice to the left of Frederik Andersen. Both teams look like they've put out some fresh troops.
Trocheck, Lafreniere, and Panarin on with Lindgren and Fox. Trocheck on the face-off against Sebastian Aho. Trocheck is chased. Lafreniere will move into the circle to take the face-off. Won by Aho. Control behind the net. Slavin sends it around the boards. Moved out to center. Played cross-ice by Gensel into the Ranger zone. Picked up by Fox. Sends it hard around the board. Stopped by Gensel. Right side. To Aho. Back to Gensel for a shot wide. To the far side. Trocheck there. He's tied up by Gensel. Winds it behind the net. Shesterkin out to play it. Up the boards and out to center. Stopped there by Brent Burns. Put back into the Ranger zone. Chased down by Gensel. He's checked by Lindgren. Drops it off. Brought around the net. By Aho. Aho skates to the blue line. Turns. Fires it into the far corner. Lindgren goes to it. Backhands it ahead for Lafreniere. He's tied up by Gensel. Able to move it to Trocheck. Taken away by Carolina. Kept in deep. Lindgren with a hit on Svechnikov. Fox comes over. Moves the puck. Taken back by Martinook. Back to the point. Long shot went wide. And it's cleared out by Panarin to center. Stopped there by Drury. Sent in by Martinook, but intercepted by Panarin, who clears it out. Stops at the red line by D'Angelo. Carolina back in. Nature's right circle. Cuts to the middle. Feeds left side. A pass deflected up out of play over the glass and in on the netting. A minute 36 gone by here in the second period. Carolina leading 1-0.
Well, again, we'll get a good look at Carolina now in the Rangers' end of the ice, and you just see they don't quit, they don't go away, they don't turn, they don't stop. It's pretty impressive. But the Rangers here trailing by 1 here. Lots of hockey left.
Face-off win by Kuznetsov out to the point. Brady Shea goes right side of Kuznetsov. At the blue line, he goes left side to Kotkaniemi. Centers, and it goes by D'Angelo and brought out by Vesey. Up the left side of the Carolina zone. Tried to get it ahead for Brzezinski, was deflected. Brzezinski chased it down left corner. He's tied up there. It's whistled down for a hand pass against the Rangers. That'll bring the face-off out to center. A minute 56 into the second period. Carolina a 1-0 lead.
Got the face-off being the neutral zone to our side of PNC Arena on the Rangers bench side of the ice as the Rangers skate right to left.
Wenberg, Cooley, and Kakko on for the Rangers with Miller and Trouba. Face-off in center, loose puck. Trouba pushed it into the Carolina zone. Orlov back forth, whistle down.
It's going to be a penalty here, I think, on Orlov. I think I'm going to give it to him for...
Let's see.
Oh, no, it's not Orlov. It's on Martinook. Where in the world does that happen?
Carolina number 48, minor penalty, ice sticking.
High sticking on Jordan Martinook at 2:04. The first penalty of the game.
Yeah, we'll take a look here. The faceoff is in the neutral zone. And eventually, he clips Kakko right off the faceoff. I thought it was going to be on Orlov for a interference or an elbow or something like that, but right off the neutral zone faceoff, Kakko gets clipped. Ranger power play.
Rangers 0 for their last 8 over the last 3 games. So here's a key point here. Faceoff win by Trocheck. Panarin got it back to Fox. In deep, a deflection by Kreider and a glove save by Anderson.
Yeah, that was kind of almost a deflection, maybe trying to get it to Zibanejad off the right post. Good play by Fox, though, recognizing where Kreider was, and a better save and positioning by Anderson.
Trocheck on the faceoff against Jordan Staal. In the circle to the left of Anderson. Played to the boards. Panarin gets there. Back pass to Fox. Shot wide. Rebound around the boards. Played by Zibanejad. Winds it deep for Kreider in the left corner. Played up the boards by Carolina. Cleared out to center. Staal after it. Taken back by Panarin in the Ranger zone. Angles left to the red line. Left side feed to Trocheck. Stopped at the line. Panarin takes it. Right side to Zibanejad. Fires it low and hard around the boards. Carolina trying to clear. Blocked by Panarin, but his pass intercepted. Brought out by Slavin. Into the Ranger zone. Backhander saved. Shesterkin and a penalty call.
Penalty here.
Jarvis ran into the net and hit.
No, I think it's going to be on.
He hit Shesterkin, but it's on the Rangers.
Yeah, it's going to be on Chris Kreider.
Number 20.
Cross-check. He cross-checked Slavin in front. And that's what caused the collision and the net to come off. So the Rangers' first power play gets thwarted by a penalty taken by Chris Kreider.
A minute 18 remaining on the penalty to Jordan Martinook. The teams will skate 4 aside. And provided there are no other penalties, the teams, Carolina will wind up with a 42-second power play.
And that's, again, that's the call that they're going to make. It had to be made, right? Chris Kreider as Jarvis. Jarvis drives the net away from Slavin. And Chris Kreider takes down Jarvis with a cross-check from behind.
2:47, the time of the Kreider penalty. Face-off win by Wenberg in the Ranger zone. Trouba behind the net. Backhands it back to Kakko. Skates to the right side. Comes out from behind the net. Dropped it off to Miller. DeAndre Miller carries to the red line. Dropped it back for Wenberg. Wenberg to the Carolina line. He stopped there. Natchez takes it away. Back pass. And it's sent back by Slavin to Natchez, who carries the center. Team skating 4 aside. Orlov down the left side of the Ranger zone. Dropped it off to Slavin. Right side to Martinook. Out to Slavin, center of the blue line. Right side for Natchez. He's double teamed. Trouba poked it away, but it's kept in by Slavin. And Natchez drives to the net, shot it wide. Natchez around the net with a rebound. Back pass deflected out of the zone by Kakko. Carolina goes on the power play in 22 seconds. We are 3:45 into the second period. Carolina 1-0 lead. Pass for Natchez in center. Goes back into the Carolina zone. They regroup in their own zone. Slavin drops it back to Aho. Aho behind his own net, waiting for the penalty time to elapse. Jordan Martinook returns right now. 42-second power play for Carolina. Canes to center. They are 1 for 20 on the power play in the series. Svechnikov, back pass to Aho. Left side feed off the stick of Jarvis. Taken away by Goodrow. His pass blocked. Driving to the net, Jarvis. Save made by Shesterkin. Up the boards. Kept in by Jarvis. Right point. Right circle feed to Svechnikov. Center of the blue line, Brady Shea. Svechnikov in the right circle. He's shot toward the net. Save, rebound, score! Seth Jarvis.
I hate to say it again, but the official plays a role in this one also. The Rangers go to clear it around, and the referee's behind the net, and it hits the referee. That keeps the puck in after Goodrow tried to rim it around. In the meantime, it's a pretty good play off the right point here. You're going to just get it to the net. Svechnikov throws it to the net. and then I think it touches Aho and gets through then to Jarvis, and Jarvis bangs it home. And I'll tell you one thing, this joint is jumping,
Yes, sir.
Right.
Carolina with a 2-0 lead. That's their second power play goal of the series. Rangers penalty killing was the best in the league in the playoffs coming in. 2-0. A bouncer sent in off the faceoff on Shesterkin. He blocks it and covers it for a faceoff. 4:45 gone by here in the second period. And the Hurricanes now with a 2-0 lead.
So Barclay Goodrow goes to clear the puck. He's a left-handed shot. He's down to the right of Igor Shesterkin, and it hits Steve Kazari behind the net. That keeps the puck in. And Carolina goes to work from there.
Off the face-off, Rangers control. Schneider clears it out to center. Picked up there and played back into the Carolina zone to D'Angelo, left side to Shea. Shea sends to the Ranger line, sent in by Nason. Winds behind the Ranger net, kept moving by Shesterkin. Stopped by Kuznetsov, side of the right circle, taken away and cleared by Gustafsson to center. Brady Shea there at the Carolina line. Played it ahead, blocked by Gustafsson. Rangers move in, long shot by Vesey. Gloved by Anderson, he holds it.
Yeah, you go back to the Rangers power play, right, Sam? And Slavin does a really good job just inside the blue line. He takes off with the puck. Jarvis takes off, so they go on the attack on the penalty kill. That draws the penalty. And shortly thereafter, their power play, which you know is going to score, right, does it for the second time. And another big part of a hockey game, and they lose 2-0.
Jarvis, who had a real good first series against the Islanders, scores here on the power play at 4:38 from Aho and Svechnikov to give Carolina the 2-0 lead. Rangers face-off win, driving to the net and around the net. Lafreniere in front to Panarin. His shot save, Anderson. The clearing attempt, stop. Panarin shoots and scores. Artemi Panarin on the keep-in, just inside the blue line. Fires to the net, and it looks like Trocheck may have deflected it in.
Boy, that's a big one right there. And, you know, we talk about getting the puck. Now, what happens here is Lafreniere does a really good job off the face-off. He's going to end up with the puck. He comes down low and then goes to the net, right? Puck eventually comes to the back. Anderson makes a really good save, and a bad clear, and an alert play by Panarin to get the puck to the net. So Chatfield tries to come through the middle of the ice, and that's the old uh-oh zone. Nothing good ever happens when you put the puck there, and the Rangers get a big goal.
That, my friends, was a big one at 5:29. The Rangers answer back. It's a 2-1 game. They move in. Shot by Kreider. Save made. Played in front. Kreider pokes at it. It's covered by Anderson in the crease. Rangers get some life and get some jump. And Kreider with a good shot and looking for a rebound on that last shot. Anderson able to come up with a save.
Yeah, again, we talk about getting just stuff to the net, right? And how about Panarin to have the wherewithal after his first shot and the faulty clear by Carolina to get that puck right back towards the net. And Trocheck on the deflection. It's a 2-1 game.
That'll be Trocheck's goal from Panarin at 5:27 to make it a 2-1 game. Face off to the right of Anderson. Stahl is chased out. Jarvis in. And it's controlled by Carolina. Banged off the glass and out the center. Back forward is DeAndre Miller. Right side is Trouba in the Rangers zone. Clearing attempt was blocked. Kept in by Stahl. He's tied up there by Roslovic. Trouba trying to move it. Take it back. Center to Jarvis off his stick. He's checked by Miller. Out to the point to Chatfield. Shot went wide. Sent around the board. Stopped by Teravainen. Winds it past Saul. Behind the goal line, Stahl chases it down. He's checked there by Trouba. Dropped it off, and it's lifted clear by DeAndre Miller. In the Carolina zone, and the Hurricanes move back in. Teravainen left side. And the left circle shot blocked. Now popped in the air, bounces down. Roslovic takes over. 6.5 minutes gone by. Second period. Carolina with a 2-1 lead. In deep in the Carolina zone, Orlov winds it behind his net to D'Angelo. D'Angelo holding up the left side to Orlov. Up ahead, it's sent into the Ranger end. Chased down by Nature's left corner. He's checked there by Lindgren. Centered by Martin, blocked by Fox. Fox moves it to Wenberg. He reverses behind the net. Shesterkin backhands it around the board. Stopped by Nature's. Good feed for Teravainen. Shot is a save. Big shot, good save by Shesterkin. Rebound played by Wenberg. Takes a hit. Trying to clear. It's taken away by Nature's. Nature's feeds Drury. Backhands it in front to Martinook. Martinook puts it in the corner. Battling in the corner. Lindgren is all over Drury. Brady Shea moves in, trying to play it. Fans getting on Lindgren as he won't let Drury move. They're tied up in the corner. The referee skates in.
Drury's doing a nice job of grabbing a hold of Lindgren, too.
And I apologize. It's Martinook, not Drury. It's brought in deep by Nation. Back pass comes out of the zone. And it's Jordan Martinook, 48, not 18. Back in the Ranger zone, Wenberg has it. Up ahead, lead for Lafreniere. Puts it in the Carolina end. Brady Shea leaves it for D'Angelo. Skates behind the net and around. Clears it all the way down to the Ranger end. Schneider there. Left side of Gustafson. Off the boards. Trying to lead Lafreniere. It's broken up by Burns. Skates around his net. Backhands it up the boards. Stopped by Schneider. Able to keep in deep in the Carolina end. 11:45 to go. In the second period, Carolina leading 2-1. Long pass for Nason. Off his stick into the Ranger zone. Schneider winds it around left side. Played by Gustafson up the boards and out to center. Pushed ahead by Panarin. Gets across the line. Right side open. Schneider. Save made by Anderson. Up the boards. Shot by Gustafson. Deflected off the glass. Rebound around kept in by Miller at the right point. Got it to Trocheck. Back to Panarin. Right point. He holds, winds it around the boards to Trocheck. It's by him to the near side and cleared out to center. Trouba has it there. Dropped it off to Capo Caco. Sends to Miller, right side of Trouba to the red line. Fires it in. Down the boards, Jimmy Vesey. Winds it behind the Carolina net. Slavin kept it moving. Rangers take it back. It's sent toward the net, cleared away by Anderson. Loose puck kept in by Miller. Miller fires it around the boards. Far side in the Carolina zone. Played back behind the net, Slavin. Backhands it up the boards, and it's cleared out by Svechnikov. Aho brings it in to the net. He scores!
Wow.
Sebastian Aho, one of the best, gives Carolina a 3-1 lead at 9:23. Of the second period.
And the Rangers are pinching here, doing a pretty good job. They've good offensive zone, but Carolina once again lofts this thing up, and it gets tipped, and it's an odd man rush. And what a move by Aho. Aho comes in like, it's a Sunday afternoon stroll in the park. He goes to his backhand and then just lofts it up over Igor Shesterkin, an odd man rush, and Sebastian Aho has regained a Carolina 2-goal lead here with 10:37 left in the middle period.
Aho with a goal and an assist now in the game. It's 3-1 off the face-off. Rangers send into the Carolina end. It's cleared out. Lindgren picks it up. Left side feed to Kreider. Tips it into the Carolina end. Orlov back for it. Chased by Zibanejad. Clears it right side to Chatfield. Up ahead to Stahl into the Ranger zone to the goal line. He's tied up there by Lindgren. Puck loose in the corner. Moved up the boards, taken back by Teravainen. Pass goes far side in the corner. Jarvis drops it off. Sent in deep for Stahl. Centered for Orlov, but it was tipped away. Kept in by Stahl, but taken back by Fox behind his own net. Up the boards to Zibanejad, lifts it out to center. Bounces down, broken up the line and turned the other way by Drury. Backhands it in deep, it's gloved by Shesterkin, dropped it off for Gustafson. Long pass, off the boards to Panarin. Right side is brought in by Roslovic. He's checked by Brady Shea, they both go down behind the Carolina goal line. Shea gets up, moves the puck. Carried out to center. Brought in by Natchez, left side. Circles, turns, drops it off. Shot saved, Shesterkin on Drury. Drury's got the rebound. Behind the Ranger goal line, it's taken away. Sent around the boards to Panarin from Trocheck. Panarin to center. Left side feed for Lafreniere. Leaves it for Gustafsson for a shot. Pops in the air. Save made by Anderson, and he holds on with 9:04 to go in this second period, and Carolina leading 3-1. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Step inside an Infiniti QX60 and relax in uninterrupted comfort. Leave schedules, appointments, and meetings behind. That can definitely wait. Just turn on the available massage seats and unwind for just a little longer. Until you feel infinitely you. Discover more about the Infiniti QX60 crossover at InfinityUSA.com.
To win the Cup, everything needs to line up perfectly. No different than finding the person you want to marry. When the time comes to propose, do what I did. Visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers. They'll make shopping for a ring easy. Let them help you pick or design the perfect ring to fit any budget from their 2 by London collection. London Jewelers is committed to getting it just right. So visit London Jewelers today at any of their 7 locations, including the newest location at the mall at Short Hills. Mention I told you to stop by and you'll get the Michael K treatment.
Tito's handmade vodka on game day? Pour me in, coach. From a seat in the stands to the best seat on the couch, root for your favorite team with your favorite team spirit. No matter who's on your roster, lineup, or lucky jersey, make Tito's your first round bottle pick. Whose house? Tito's house. Find cocktail recipes for every fan at Tito'sVodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler and water heater with a new Peerless boiler and Pavilion tankless water heater. Don't wait, act now. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Well, we've had a couple of goals here in the second period. Actually, 3 goals in the second period here. And Carolina really opportunistic, really capitalizing on the opportunities they've gotten. And the Rangers trail by a 3-1 count here, Sammy.
The Carolina third goal was Aho from Svechnikov and Slavin at 9:23. Aho with his 4th of this year's playoffs. Svechnikov with 2 assists in the game. Aho a goal and an assist. False start on the face-off in the Carolina zone. And Stahl has chased Trocheck on the face-off against Jarvis. Played by Carolina, carried behind the net by Burns. Up the left side, long pass to Stahl. Into the Ranger zone, centers across, but it's stolen and cleared out by Trocheck. Out to center for Panarin, broken up at the line by Burns. He works over Panarin. Panarin goes back at him. The puck in the Ranger zone, Stahl with it, right circle to the goal line. Try to play it in front of him, is cleared away by Miller. Up to the line, kept in momentarily, cleared out by Miller to Lafreniere. And the Carolina zone swept away by Slavin. Boy, Slavin's a good defender.
He really is. I'm telling you.
Cleared deep into the Ranger zone. Miller is there. 8:20 to go, second period. Carolina leading 3-1. Miller circles, forced back by Svechnikov, feeds Gustafsson. Up ahead, off the stick of Cooley. Kakko goes right side of Wenberg. Winds it around the boards. Cooley is there trying to play it. Aho trying to take it away. Rangers keep it in. Centered, comes through. Schneider comes down. It's cleared out by Svechnikov. Rangers have it back. Gustafsson drives it in from the red line. Round the boards, Brady Shea lifts it out. Glove down by Aho, then batted away by Schneider. Loose puck. D'Angelo looked to play it, taken away by Kakko. Kakko centering feed, stopped by D'Angelo. Backhands it out of the zone. 2-on-2 across the Ranger line. Svechnikov to Aho. Save made by Shesterkin. Gets it to Wenberg, who carries to center. Right side of Kreider into the Carolina zone. Winds it around the boards. Played by Chatfield to Drury. He took a hit, moved it up the boards, cleared to center. Bounces down to the Ranger line. Battle for it along the boards. Taken away by Zibanejad. Back pass to Adam Fox. Circles away from Drury. Right side to Zibanejad, who lifts it out to center for Kreider. Into the Carolina zone. In front to Lindgren. His shot. It got through and hit the post.
No, it went through the line and then it was pulled out. It was pulled out, I believe, by Martinook.
Wow.
This thing was heading in, and the official was right on the goal line. I think they'll take a look at it, but the official, Kazari, was right on the goal line. This thing was heading in.
It went through Freddie Anderson, right?
Right, absolutely through. Oh, boy. Let's see where that thing is.
On the
No, we don't see any white.
No.
I'll tell you that.
It didn't clear.
And I'll tell you, Martinook is doing the old head first slide into second.
Wow. Saved the goal. Back to the live action. Cleared all the way down. Nature's chasing it down in the Ranger zone. Panarin has it. Fires it cross-ice past Lindgren. Boy, what a move by Ryan Lindgren. Looking for his first point of the playoffs. And almost had a big goal. Rangers move in. Panarin with a shot. Saved by Anderson. And no rebound. 6:19 to go in this second period. Carolina with a 3-1 lead. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
The New York Rangers are back in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's time to take the ice for playoff action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. BetMGM has you covered with countless betting options for hockey, including same-game parlays, props, teasers, live bets, and so much more. With a new and improved app that makes betting faster and easier than ever. And special offers for Rangers fans. It's no wonder BetMGM is the king of all sportsbooks. If you love hard-hitting hockey action, you're going to love wagering at BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app and get your piece of the excitement as the Rangers return to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Light the lamp with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of Madison Square Garden and the New York Rangers. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly, 21 plus years of age to wager, and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 8788-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369.
With over 300 available sedans and SUVs, gas or all-electric, Genesis of White Plains has the right vehicle for you. Take advantage of incredible lease offers on their 2024 electrified GV70 and GV60 SUVs and competitive or valued owner bonus offers on the G70 and G90 sedans. Shop from the comfort of your home at genesisofwhiteplains.com or visit their showroom, Genesis of White Plains, newest member of the Pepe Auto Group, the name you've trusted since 1968.
Rangers hockey on ESPN New York is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
Well, we had another look at the almost Ryan Lindgren first point of the series. He goes in, does a nice job. It goes to, but Martinook, boy, I'll tell you, talk about being in the right place, the right time. Right.
Jordan Martinook's becoming a big hero for Carolina in this series.
You know, you think of Nason, too. Nason scored the other night.
Yeah.
You know, this is, again, a Carolina team that's playing well.
Carolina moves into the Rangers zone, wound around by Burns, stopped by Trouba, taken back by Carolina. Trouba ties him up. Stahl gets to the puck, sends it around the boards up to Burns at the right point. Works down the boards again, Lafreniere. Sends it around to the far side for Teravainen. Back behind the goal line, moved by Miller, up the right side, and out to center. Taken back by Carolina. Slavin with it, back skates into his own zone. Leads ahead for Stahl. He's stopped by Trouba. They both went down. Miller comes over to play it. Got it to Trouba, up ahead, intercepted, kept in by Aho. And in the right corner for D'Angelo. Tried to center, was blocked. Batted away by Trouba out to center. 5:25 to go. Second period, Carolina leading 3-1. Carolina with a late first period goal. 2 goals here in the second. The Rangers with 1 here in the second. Carried to center by Zibanejad. Angles right to the red line. Sends it into the Carolina end, who's stopped at the line, cleared out. Back come the Hurricane. Into the Rangers zone. It's broken up in front by Ryan Lindgren, who cleared it out. Picked up by Kreider. Down the right side. Centers. It's intercepted by D'Angelo and cleared to center.
That's where you like to see Chris Kreider drop that left shoulder and drive the net.
Yeah. Brought back in by Rostelbeck. Sends it around the boards for Kreider. It's moved ahead and cleared out by the Hurricanes. Fox has it in the Ranger zone. 4:35 to go in the second. 3-1 Carolina leading it. Rangers send it in. Sent around the boards. Reversed by Chatfield. Behind his net up the right side to Svechnikov in the middle of Aho. Brought across the line. Send it deep and a shot kicked away. Nice save by Shesterkin. Comes to Kotkaniemi with a shot that's stopped by Shesterkin. Rebound on the near side. Wenberg had it taken away by Nason. Nason works it around for Kotkaniemi. Taken away by Schneider. Taken back by Kotkaniemi. Schneider poking at it. Kotkaniemi skates to the middle. Back pass to the point to Orlov. He gave it up. Rangers breakaway chance. Into Panarin. And he was checked from behind.
What a play by Chatfield.
He winds it in deep. Kept in by Will Cooley. He's checked by Orlov. Orlov moves it up the boards. Clearing attempt stopped by Gustafsson, but he gave it up as he fanned on the shot. Nason able to lift it deep into the Ranger zone. 3:35 to go. Rangers winded up the boards out to center. Cooley was tied up in center and is sent back in the Ranger zone. Schneider has it back. Drops it to Gustafsson. Right side feed intercepted. Brought back in by Martner. Right side feed. Drury shoots hit the outside of the net. Drury got the rebound. Centered across. Martner back to the point. Worked ahead and it's cleared out back in the Carolina zone.
Yeah, that went off Natchez' skate and bounced all the way back down to the other end.
Cleared out to center. Pops in the air. Bounces down to Ranger line. Cleared back to the Carolina zone. Slavin has it there. Right side feed in center. Natchez at the red line. Works it ahead and sent in by Jack Drury. Winds behind the Ranger net. Shesterkin stops it there for Trouba. Trouba skates up slowly. Left side feed to Miller. Angles to the middle. Feeds left side of the red line. Goodrow winds it in. Anderson stops it behind his net. It's lifted clear by Brady Shea all the way down. There's an alley-oop play intended for Gensel. And it becomes an icing on Carolina with 2:31 to go here in the second. Carolina leading 3-1.
Yeah, we'll come back into the Carolina end of the ice. Carolina credited with 20 shots. The Rangers with 11. 8 shots here in the second period of the Rangers. And we take a look at the play by Chatfield. What a good play. He just kind of reaches around and puts his stick down just in front of Artemi Panarin. And that takes the puck off of Panarin's stick, and Carolina keeps 2-goal lead. Sam.
Trocheck, face-off win, shot by Lafreniere's block, comes out to Lindgren. Winds it in deep for Trocheck. Trocheck skates up the boards, leaves it for Lindgren, skates down in the left corner. He's checked there by Brady Shea, forced back up the boards. Winds it ahead for Lafreniere, puts it in front to Panarin, who got it to Trocheck, and a save made on the shot by Anderson. Rebound in the left circle, Trocheck. Back to the left point to Fox. Trocheck in the middle. His pass ahead, broken up by Aho. Played up the boards, back to Fox, left point. Skates right, feeds right side. Left side of Panarin for a shot, save Anderson. Rebound cleared by Carolina. With a minute 50 to go.
That's a heck of a shift from the Trocheck line as we get an icing here. And Carolina will not be allowed to change.
Yeah, and they've been on for a long time. This group of 5, a couple of players are bent over. Let's see if the Rangers can take advantage here as they bring Zibanejad's line on.
Right. Really good shift by the Rangers. Good physical shift as Frederick Anderson, wily veteran move, has to kind of fix his mask, buy a little time.
Yes.
Pulls a Hank on us.
You know what the ref can give you.
Yeah, exactly.
Sympathy.
Yeah.
1:47 to go here in the second. Face-off win by Zibanejad. Out to Trouba for a drive wide. Off the rebound. Wraparound by Kreider is blocked. Kreider works it up the boards for Miller. Back down in the right corner. Aho looking to move it. Lifts it out to center. Batted down by Trouba at his own line. Got it ahead to Zibanejad. Back to Trouba at the red line. Fires in. Blocked by D'Angelo. Sends it cross ice. Cleared out to center to Stahl. Left side feed to Jarvis in the Ranger zone. Taken away by Trouba. They battle for the puck. Help from Roslovic. His pass knocked down. Turnaround Jarvis. In front save. Oh, great save Shesterkin as he robbed Teravainen. Moved up the boards to Roslovic. Skates to center. His pass to the Carolina line broken up by Chatfield. Sent back in under a minute to go. Second period. Carolina leading 3-1. Miller with a hit on Jarvis, deep in the Ranger zone. Jarvis keeps it alive. Miller trying to poke it away. Moves it and gets it to Zibanejad up ahead of Roslovic. To the red line, he sends it in. No. And he didn't get to the red line. It's an icing. Bad play. A stride from the red line, send it in, becomes an icing. Face off deep in the Ranger zone.
You're right, Sammy. He was, again, not really anybody around him either. And tell you, Igor Shesterkin made his save of the hockey game here. The right pad save off of Drury. Drury and Chatfield have been the two guys to me that you watch them game in this series. They're good players. In the meantime, face off to the right of Igor Shesterkin. 40.3 seconds left, middle period. The Rangers trail 3-1, Sammy.
Zibanejad on the face-off against Drury. One back to the point. We'll begin with a shot. Chatfield is blocked, deflected to the corner. Sent up to board Slavin with a keep-in. That was Burns on the last shot. Not Chatfield. Played by Martinook around the boards to the right side. Slavin backhands it in deep behind the Ranger net. Trouba keeps it moving. Roslovic tied up by Burns. Puck deep in the Ranger zone. Picked up in the left circle. Back pass for a shot. Deflected just wide. Cleared out of the crease by Shesterkin with his stick. Then lifted way up to center, but it hit the video board.
So how did this whole sequence start? 3 feet. Roslovic. He has 3 feet to move to get the puck down. It's a defensive zone face-off, and the Rangers are chasing the puck, and Shesterkin makes a diving kind of blocker push thing to keep it out of danger, and boy, oh boy, in games like this, it's just the little things. Little margin, the margins, right?
After a huddle, Carolina sets up, face-off in the left circle. In the Carolina offensive zone, face-off win by Trocheck back behind the goal line. Final seconds of the period. Rangers freeze it along the boards. That's it for the period. But the Carolina Hurricanes win that period 2-1, and they have a 3-1 lead as they try to keep this series alive and send it to a 7th game Saturday night at Madison Square Garden. The Rangers will need a big comeback to try and close out this series. They're down by 2, end of 2.
Yeah, that they are. The Rangers do a nice job, down 2-0 at the 4:38 mark of the second period, but 50 seconds later, and a good play by Panarin getting it to the net and a deflection by Trocheck, but the 2-on-1 was the killer so far, the goal by Aho. And again, if you watch Trouba play it, Jimmy Vesey's there, but Aho beats him by the time it gets to the offensive blue line, and Vesey's just not in the right position to defend. Trouba takes the pass away, but Aho is such a good player. He makes it 3-1, and that's where we stand. Carolina with the lead.
All right, end of 2 periods. Carolina Hurricanes 3, New York Rangers 1. Don LaGreca standing by with a second period intermission report. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy, and a free Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line with nationwide 5G included, all while saving big. For the big speed, big reliability, and big savings you want, get Spectrum One. Just $49.99 a month for 12 months. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Grand Marnier takes cocktails from ordinary to unforgettable, adding a layer of sophistication to some of the world's most well-loved drinks, including the margarita. The Espolón Grand Margarita is a classic cocktail that pairs sour lime with earthy Espolón tequila notes, adding Grand Marnier's cognac and bitter orange liqueur flavor for a refined smoothness. Visit grandmarnier.com to learn how to take cocktails from ordinary to extraordinary and live grand. Grand Marnier liqueur, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2024, Campari America, New York, New York. Drink with style, always drink responsibly.
Last call. Last call, last call, last call. Hey, New York, this is Michelle Scalisi from Security Dodge. Come get a last call. And right now, you can take up to $10,000 off MSRP on our like new Chargers and Challengers. Plus, they have a huge selection of Scat Packs, Swingers, Shakedowns, Demons, King Daytonas, Hellcats, TRXs. Do you want to roar? Shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com during our Memorial Day sales event.
Vincent Trocheck, the only Rangers goal. They're down 3-1 end of 2. Don LaGreca will have the second period intermission report in just a moment. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Now, it all started on a rainy Sunday, and I was enjoying a peaceful drive before the arrival of the in-laws when...
It's a disaster. That sneaky dog of yours got up on the counter and gobbled up the cake.
So I can pick up...
It's gotta be from the place off Highway 9. Hurry, they're almost here.
Luckily, my Nissan Altima was built to handle the unexpected. With available intelligent all-wheel drive, I was able to save the day without a slip-up.
You made it.
Piece of cake.
Drive the Nissan Altima. Now get a low $209 per month lease for 36 months on the 2024 Nissan Altima. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collision but provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Well-qualified lessees 2024 Altima SV front-wheel drive. $4049 initial payment excludes tax, title, license, and $695 acquisition fee. Includes $625 manufacturer's rebate applied to $209 per month lease. Disposition fee due at lease in. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. N6324.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window and Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window and Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window and Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window and Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
This is the Spectrum New York Rangers Intermission Report. Now here's Don LaGreca on the MSG Radio Network.
More work for the Rangers to do as the Carolina Hurricanes have a 3-1 lead after 2 periods of play in Game 6. This is the Rangers' second intermission report, and it's brought to you by Spectrum. A lot more offense in period number 2 as the Hurricanes came into the second period with a 1-0 lead, and then they would add to it as Seth Jarvis picks up a power play goal, his 5th from Aho and Svechnikov at 4:38 to give Carolina the 2-0 lead. There had not been a penalty in the first period, but then Martinook took a high stick at 2:04, giving the Rangers a power play. They had been 0 for their last 8 on the power play, chance to tie the game, but the power play lasted just 42 seconds because on a shorthanded opportunity by Martinook, it would be Kreider with the cross-check, and that would create an opportunity for the 4-on-4, and then eventually Jarvis would score on the power play. So that would tie the game. That would make it a 2-0 game. So that's the only penalty so far in this game. And we mentioned it in the first intermission that there seemed to be calling it like they did in games 3 and 4, just not a lot of power play opportunities. And so far, just those 2 penalties. And Carolina does take advantage with just their second power play goal of the series to take a 2-0 lead. But that 2-0 lead lasted just for 51 seconds as Vincent Trocheck, a deflection in front of a shot from Panarin at 5:29, gets the Rangers back into it at 2-1. So Panarin gets the only assist on the play. So the Rangers right back at the game at 2-1. But less than 4 minutes later, it would be Aho on a partial break, scores his fourth of the postseason. Svechnikov and Slavin get the assist at 9:23. And just like that, Carolina's got their 2-goal lead back. And that's the way that it would stay for the rest of the period. As we mentioned, no more penalties after the Martinook and Kreider penalties. Carolina would outshoot the Rangers 12-11, so that gives them a 20-14 edge in shots through the first 40 minutes of play. So again, not a ton of opportunities for either team, but after the Rangers fell behind 2, it looked like they had an excellent chance to make it a 1-goal game again. Not known for his offense, but Ryan Lindgren with a tremendous move beat Anderson, and as the puck was slowly trickling towards the goal line, Martinook would dive into the crease, and just before the puck would cross the line, Martinook would swipe it away with his stick and keeps it a 2-goal game. So the Rangers not getting any breaks, and they're down 3-1 with a ton of work to do in the third period. Otherwise, we are staring at a Game 7 on Saturday. The National Hockey League announced earlier today that if necessary, Game 7 on Saturday would be an 8 o'clock faceoff. Stick with MSG for all things pre- and post-game coverage for every game the Rangers play. Watch on MSG or stream for free on MSG Plus with an eligible TV subscription. When we come back, we'll go around the National Hockey League. We'll dive deeper into the numbers, and then we'll drop the puck for the third period down in Raleigh. It's Game 6 of this second-round series. Hurricanes have a 3-1 lead after 2 periods of play. The Rangers still have the 3-2 lead in the series. Your New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York on the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout. Get more in the new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. More selection, over 750 new vehicles available, and more savings on their entire Mazda lineup. Like the new 2024 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive, leased for just $199 a month at Ramsey Mazda, Route 17 North in Ramsey. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. Excludes tax, title, and registration. Zero security deposit. VIN RM671606. MSRP $26,770. Ends 5/31/24.
Get the official NHL app to watch, read, and listen to all the deeks.
All I can say is absolutely wow.
All the sauce. All the saves.
Stop from Vasilevsky.
All the hits. All the snipes. All the sellies.
He scores! Unbelievable!
All the hockey. If it's hockey, it's here. Listen to every NHL game for free, now with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Download the official NHL app now.
Attention hockey fans, let's talk winning off the ice. ThriveWell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge infusion therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. At ThriveWell, patients receive care, comfort, convenience, and compassion so they can get back to cheering for their favorite teams. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, ThriveWell offers private, state-of-the-art infusion suites along with breakaway treatment from their highly trained medical team. Find out more at ThriveWellInfusion.com. ThriveWell, saving lives drip by drip.
To win the cup, everything needs to line up perfectly. No different than finding the person you want to marry. When the time comes to propose, do what I did. Visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers. They'll make shopping for a ring easy. Let them help you pick or design the perfect ring to fit any budget from their 2 by London collection. London Jewelers is committed to getting it just right. So visit London Jewelers today at any of their 7 locations, including the newest location at the mall at Short Hills. Mention I told you to stop by and you'll get the Michael K treatment.
In the 1920s, if baseball had Ruth, bourbon had Remus. And if you're looking for the finest bourbon of the Prohibition era, you'll find it with Remus. Today, the award-winning Remus bourbon is inspired by that legendary giggle water with a hint of vanilla, maple aroma, and sweet yet characteristic rye flavor. Remus bourbon is ideal neat, on the rocks, or in a classic cocktail. Look for Remus throughout New York and New Jersey at your favorite liquor store or find it online at remusbourbon.com. Experience a taste of Prohibition for yourself. Be legendary. Sip responsibly. Straight bourbon whiskey, 47% ABV, Ross and Squibb Distillery, Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
With over 300 available sedans and SUVs, gas or all-electric, Genesis of White Plains has the right vehicle for you. Take advantage of incredible lease offers on their 2024 electrified GV70 and GV60 SUVs and competitive or valued owner bonus offers on the G70 and G90 sedans. Shop from the comfort of your home at genesisofwhiteplains.com or visit their showroom. Genesis of White Plains, newest member of the Pepiota Group, the name you've trusted since 1968.
Welcome back to the Rangers Intermission Report. Don LaGreca back here in our studios in New York City, down in Raleigh, North Carolina. We're through 40 minutes of play, and the Hurricanes have a 3-1 lead on the Rangers. Hurricanes now just 20 minutes away from forcing a Game 7 on Saturday at Madison Square Garden, which would be an 8 o'clock face-off. One of the game tonight in the National Hockey League. It's coming up at 10 o'clock from Vancouver. The Canucks and the Oilers. That series is even at 2 games apiece. It looks like Adam Henrique is going to miss his 3rd consecutive game for the Oilers in that one. Now, tomorrow, it's Game 6 from Boston Bruins and the Panthers. Florida leads that series 3-2. Panthers had a chance to close out Boston at home in game number 5, but lost the game 2-1, giving Boston new life. Dallas had the same opportunity. They'll have a 10 o'clock start tomorrow in Colorado, leading that series 3-2. Dallas could have closed out Colorado with a victory. They had a lead going into the 3rd period, ended up losing the game 5-3, forcing a Game 6 back in Denver tomorrow. So the second round has been interesting. There's been teams, Florida, Dallas, with a chance to close out a series, can't do it. Rangers with a 3-0 series lead, still have not been able to close out Carolina. If you remember, Vancouver had the 4-1 deficit going into the 3rd period of Game 1, roared back to win that Game 1, only to then see themselves still in a 2-2 tie. So these series have been terrific, pretty evenly matched, and it looks like these are the 8 best teams left in the National Hockey League, and nobody seems to want to go quietly as the hockey continues here in the 2nd period. Of course, the Rangers trying to advance to the conference final. They'll need to come from behind in the 3rd period to do it. So let's dive into what's on tap for the 3rd period, brought to you by New Heineken Silver. And so far in this series, Carolina has outscored the Rangers in the 3rd 8-4, certainly helped by those 4 goals they scored in Game 5 at Madison Square Garden in the 3rd. So the Rangers have to come back from a 2-goal deficit and have to do it against the Carolina team that has been pretty solid in the 3rd period so far in this series. And just the way the game is being called, it feels like if the Rangers are going to do it, they likely will have to do it 5-on-5, which has been a bit of a problem in this series for the Rangers. Well, that's what's on tap, brought to you by New Heineken Silver, world-class light beer with only 2.9 carbs and 95 calories. Heineken has all the taste with no bitter endings. Available at your local Heineken retailer or for delivery at Heineken.com/silver. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This is your radio home for New York Rangers hockey. This is 98.7 ESPN, WEPN FM, New York.
Well, I'll talk to you again coming up either in the post-game show or in the intermission before overtime. That's what Ranger fans are at least hoping for. They need a big 3rd period, down 2 goals here in Game 6. That was the Rangers' 2nd intermission report, brought to you by Spectrum. Get Spectrum One with fast and reliable internet for $39.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line. Both free for 12 months. Restrictions apply. Visit Spectrum.com for details. Sam Rosen and Dave Maloney with a call coming up next to the 3rd period in Game 6. Hurricanes 3 and the Rangers 1. Rangers still lead the best-of-7 series 3-2. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been the Spectrum New York Rangers Intermission Report. Blue Shirts Hockey is next.
Step inside an Infiniti QX60 and relax in uninterrupted comfort. Leave schedules, appointments, and meetings behind. That can definitely wait. Just turn on the available massage seats and unwind for just a little longer. Until you feel infinitely you. Discover more about the Infiniti QX60 crossover at InfinityUSA.com.
Ranger fans, when deciding to take a charter bus, there is only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel have the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been serving New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 25 years. They offer premier customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate traveling experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call 212-206-6974.
New York Presbyterian gives you the healthcare choices you want, like over 450 locations in Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and Westchester. Virtual care that lets you connect with us digitally. world-class doctors from Columbia and Weill Cornell Medicine, and Health Matters, an online source for the latest health and wellness topics and tips. Experience extraordinary healthcare when and where you need it. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian. Restrictions apply.
We kind of knew at the start of this series it was going to be a long, tough series. It's turned out that way. Strange how we got here, but here we are. Rangers leading the series 3-2. Carolina leading game 6 3-1, trying to make it 3 straight wins over the Rangers and trying to even up this series to force a game 7 to become the 10th team in NHL history to force a game 7 after trailing 3-0. Only 4 teams have been able to win the series after trailing 3-0. The last time was 2014, the LA Kings over the San Jose Sharks, and the Kings went on to win the Cup.
Well, that's all to be dealt with after 20 minutes. I think from a Rangers standpoint here, I think they've got to continue to play with the energy that they've played with, and just at worst case, build the game leading into a game 7. Now, the bad news is Carolina's plus 13 in the third period of the playoffs. The impressive thing is they've only given up 5 third-period goals.
Yeah.
So from a Rangers standpoint, you just want to continue to be the team you think you need to be and let Carolina know you're not going away.
Third period puck drop brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the brand new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Freddie Anderson in goal to our right. Igor Shesterkin in goal to our left. Zibanejad and Stahl for the face-off. Puck dropped and played by Carolina. Teravainen sends it deep. Fox gets back to it, gives it to Lindgren, up ahead to Kreider, trying to clear the zone, who was blocked. Played in the corner by Jarvis. He's checked there by Lindgren. Takes Lindgren down. They both went down. Fox trying to move it. Fox in the corner, his pass deflected. Taken back by Carolina. Kept in deep by Burns. Long shot stopped by Shesterkin. Round the net comes Teravainen. Centered it right through the crease. Jordan Stahl chases down the corner. He's checked there. Loose puck in the circle. Chipped ahead by Teravainen. Played by Lindgren. Gave it away. Jarvis shoots high and wide. Whoa. And it was almost a serious problem for the Rangers.
Again, and Carolina is saying, okay, we're going to set up for game 7 also.
Yes. Into the Rangers zone. Jarvis down the left side. Tied up below on the board. Teravainen centers through to Aho. Back to the right point to Burns. Long shot wide. Rangers take over. Panarin carries to center. To the red line. Weaves his way in. Down the slot. It's poke checked away by Slavin. And cleared out by Svechnikov. Rangers send it right back in. It's chipped out of the zone by Slavin. Svechnikov avoids a hit attempt by Trouba. Miller's pass tipped into the Carolina zone. Aho back for it. Pressured on the play by Trocheck. Fires it off the boards out to center. Schneider there to take it. Back skates into his own zone. Up ahead to Lafreniere. Circles. Comes across Carolina line. Leaves it along the left boards for Cooley. Taken away and brought out by Drury. Drury lifts it in on goal. A bouncer. Whoa. Trouble. Shesterkin missed it with a glove, but it didn't get behind him, and the Rangers able to clear it out. Sent back in by D'Angelo. Round the boards it goes. Played along the boards by Drury. In deep for Martinook. Taken away by Wenberg. Wenberg up the left side. Carries to center. Across the red line. Sends it on goal. Wide of the net. Off the end boards. Chipped ahead and out of the zone by Shea. Long lead down the right side of Natchez. Into the right circle. He's bumped there. Stays with it. Centers to Martinook. He shoots. And it was deflected by Shesterkin up into the netting. Woo. Martinook. As I mentioned earlier, the man set up a goal. He saved a goal. He's become a hero for Carolina.
Well, again, Carolina just continues to put the pedal to the metal here at the start of this third period. The Rangers just having all kinds of difficulty under pressure. And Carolina has, you go back to the end of Game 4, the power play goal by Brady Shea, that has changed this whole series, and here we are.
Right about that. Carolina backhander on goal, save. Shesterkin couldn't control the rebound. VC moves it to the right side, and out come the Rangers to center. Carried across the red line, sent in by Goodrow. Round the boards for Brzezinski. He's checked there by Chatfield in the far corner. Carolina able to take control. Kotkaniemi backhand to the head, blocked by VC. Keeps it in the Carolina zone. Orlov tried to clear, taken away by VC. Senders. Brzezinski shot saved by Anderson. Rebound to Nason, who lifts it out. Into the Ranger zone, Fox back for it. He's grabbed by Kuznetsov, who rode him into the boards. Loose puck played along the boards by Lindgren. Around the boards to Panarin in the Ranger zone. Right side to Fox. Turns, clears to center for Zibanejad. One hands it to Panarin. Into the Carolina zone. Cuts in front of shot, saved by Anderson. The rebound pass cleared out by Teravainen.
What a job by Panarin to pull it through Burns and get an opportunity.
In center, Jarvis at the red line, stopped by Trouba. Trouba trying to work it ahead. It's taken back by Jarvis. Left side into the Ranger zone. In front of save. Shesterkin on the deflection by Jordan Stahl. Big save by Igor Shesterkin. 3:40 gone by here in the third period. Carolina leading 3-1.
Jarvis has had his best game of the series here so far, and he's had a heck of a year. Apparently, off-season conditioning and a strengthening program. And you go back to 2022 when he was really eliminated from the series, the big hit from Jacob Trouba. But now he doesn't get knocked off the puck. He makes a nice play here. Stahl with that reach, reaches around, deflection, saved by Shesterkin.
Aho and Trocheck on the face-off in the circle to the right of Shesterkin. Aho out, Gensel in for the face-off. Puck dropped, one by Trocheck, back to Trouba, up the boards. It's blocked by Aho, kept in the Ranger zone. Trouba moves it up to the line, kept in by Carolina. Winds behind the net, Shesterkin out to play it on the forehand. Around the boards, it's blocked, picked up by Trocheck. Circles in his own zone. Carries to center. Pass tipped by Lafreniere into the Carolina end. Shea back for it. Hard up the boards, blocked by Trouba to keep it in the Carolina zone. One hand to the head of Lafreniere. Avoids a hit attempt by Shea. Skates up the right wing boards. Circled. Drops it off for Miller. Shot wide. Rebound. Trocheck is blocked. Another rebound to Miller. That was deflected away. In the corner, Trocheck took a hit from Chatfield. And the puck moved out by Svechnikov to the line and out to center. Lead to Aho left side. Into the Ranger zone. Dropped to Gensel for a shot, and a save. It got behind Shesterkin and hit the post, and it covered up. Oh, man, was that ever close?
The old man is right. If the Rangers do a nice job once again. It seems that they've paid a real significant price for pressure in the offensive zone that ends up in a result the other way. Rangers down low, doing a good job fighting and battling for the puck. This thing eventually is stopped by Shesterkin as Aho once again, a catalyst in the play. Gensel, I'm not sure. Do you think that went off the post, Sammy?
I think it hit the shaft of the stick and then hit the post.
Right? Yeah.
Wow. 4:39 gone by. Face-off win by Drury. Shot by Burns. Save Shesterkin. Rebound on the far side. Carried out to center. Picked up by Zibanejad across the Carolina line. Right side of Wenberg for a shot, gloved wide of the net by Anderson, and he holds it. 4:52 gone by, third period. Carolina leading the Rangers 3-1.
That's it's been an offensive zone face-off here. The Rangers changing bodies, doubling up once again. Trocheck, Panarin, and Lafreniere.
Trocheck on. Some words with Lafreniere and Panarin to set them on the face-off. Trocheck against Jack Drury for the face-off. Loose in the circle and picked up by Slavin. Carries to center. Across the red line. Angles left into the Ranger zone. Left circle. Shot. Stick save. Shesterkin. Picked up by Trocheck. Carries out to center. Right side feed, nobody there, taken by Slavin. Slavin holds, drops it off, and it's carried out to center by Natchez. He's forced to stop by Panarin. Circles, drops it off to Teravainen. Into the Rangers zone. Left side shot deflected, goes high off the glass. Lindgren goes over to lift it out to center. Bounces down to the Carolina zone. Orlov clears to center. And waiting for it is Teravainen. Sends it into the Ranger end. Played by Gustafsson. Double team. Jarvis trying to take it away. Schneider trying to move it. He's tied up by Jarvis. It's worked free by Gustafsson. Comes around the net. Clears to center. Loose puck picked up by the Carolina Hurricanes. Chatfield works it to the red line to Stahl. Up ahead for Jarvis. Took a hit from Schneider. Rangers have the puck in their own zone. Gustafsson off the boards into the Carolina end. Wenberg after it. Moved around by Chatfield. Near side. A good hit on Jarvis by Kako, but the puck played back by the Rangers in the Carolina zone. The Hurricanes take over. Chatfield, left side of Orlov. Out to center. Stopped there by Zibanejad. Nice feed to Kreider, top of the right circle. Now to Roslovic, poked away by Nason. Picked up and brought out by Kotkaniemi. He leads Kuznetsov, right circle. Gets his shot off. Stopped by Shesterkin. Rebound around the boards and out to center. Roslovic carries to the Carolina zone. Zibanejad picks it up. Goes around the net, trying to bank it off the goaltender, and he scores! It went in!
Chris Kreider, I think, is going to knock this thing in as Zibanejad just threw it to the net. The Rangers do a pretty good job of getting it into the offensive zone, and, you know, it's funny. You get it to the net, anything can happen. This thing left leg of Anderson was extended. Zibanejad lays it in there, and Kreider follows up and knocks it in. So Zibanejad looks like he's going to go behind the net. And Chris Kreider, boy, I don't know how this thing went in, but it went in. It was sitting between the post and Anderson's left leg, and by the time he tried to reach down, it was already by him. Little bit like the Lafreniere goal here in Game 4.
At 6:43, Kreider from Zibanejad. Puck played in off the face-off and stopped by Shesterkin off the end boards for a face-off deep in the Ranger zone. Kreider gets the goal. Zibanejad made the big play. And now we're going to take a break because it's that time of the third period. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
The New York Rangers are back in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's time to take the ice for playoff action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. BetMGM has you covered with countless betting options for hockey, including same-game parlays, props, teasers, live bets, and so much more. With a new and improved app that makes betting faster and easier than ever. And special offers for Rangers fans. It's no wonder BetMGM is the king of all sportsbooks. If you love hard-hitting hockey action, you're going to love wagering at BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app and get your piece of the excitement as the Rangers return to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Light the lamp with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of Madison Square Garden and the New York Rangers. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly, 21 plus years of age to wager, and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 8788-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy, and a free Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line with nationwide 5G included, all while saving big. For the big speed, big reliability, and big savings you want, get Spectrum One. Just $49.99 a month for 12 months. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler and water heater with the new Peerless boiler and Pavilion tankless water heater. Don't wait. Act now. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Face off to the right of Igor Shesterkin, and away we go, Sammy.
Face-off controlled by the Rangers, fired around the boards by Lindgren, stopped by D'Angelo, lifts it back, it's an offside whistled on Carolina. The goal, Kreider is 5th of the playoffs from Zibanejad, his 11th assist of the playoffs. And Roslovic at 6:43 makes it a 3-2 game with a little over 13 minutes to go.
Well, again, it was just one of those things that eerily, like, didn't go directly in like Lafreniere's did in Game 4, but I wonder if they're onto something with Frederik Andersen. When you get around the net, just throw it to the net on an off angle.
Good idea.
Right?
Fired back in off the face-off into the Rangers zone. Pushed back to Fox, skates behind his own net, chased by Natchez, works it up the right side. Rangers try to clear it out. Brzezinski was stopped. Fox picks it up, feeds left side of Panarin. Top of the left circle, fires wide of the net. Off the boards, Trocheck winds it around to Panarin. Left side, skates to the blue line. Right side of Trocheck. Left side, in front. Trouba carried it in deep. His centering feed blocked, picked up by Panarin. Side of the left circle. Skates up to the blue line. Leaves it for Trocheck. Trocheck with a shot blocked by Brady Shea. Loose puck picked up by Natchez. And Natchez carries the center. 3-2 Carolina leading it. Natchez double team, puts it in the Ranger zone. 12:05 to go, third period.
Brady Shea, really a good job, strength on stick, as it looked like Panarin was going to pull it through him.
Rangers holding their own zone. Up the left side, Kreider. Kreider's pass blocked, taken away by Svechnikov, put it back in the Ranger end. Miller gets it to Trouba, clears the zone. Sent back in by Svechnikov. Stopped behind the net. Shesterkin leaves it for Miller. DeAndre Miller holding. Up the left side. It's brought out by Chris Kreider. Kreider with a lead of Roslovic down the right side of the Carolina zone. Picked up by Kreider. Played toward the net. Blocked in front by Slavin. Lifted on the backhand by Gensel out to center. Schneider there for the Rangers. From his own zone up the right side of Roslovic. And the Carolina end, it's cleared out. Svechnikov played it to the Ranger line. Big collision. Aho breaks in all alone. And he missed wide on the backhand. Two Rangers collided at the blue line. And Aho went in all alone. Back the other way, 3-on-2. Schneider played it off the side of the net. Back behind the net. Orlov tied up. Chatfield picks it up. Skates it out to center. Up the right side. Gave it up at the Ranger line. Lindgren fires ahead. Deep into the Carolina zone. Orlov back for it. Bumped there by Cooley. Chatfield moves it up the left side. Taken away by Fox. Fox down the slot. Left side, a backhander goes wide. Rebound up the boards. Kept in by the Rangers in deep. Wenberg with a back pass to Lindgren. Skates to the left circle. To the goal line. He centers his block. In deep, Cooley trying to play it. He's double teamed. Fox pokes at it. Jarvis lifts it up the boards. Blocked by Cooley. Keeps it in momentarily. Out comes Carolina. Saul puts it in the Ranger zone. After it is Lindgren, bumped by Jarvis. Got it to Fox at his own goal line. Feeds back to Lindgren behind the net. Up the right side of Panarin. Coming down the 10-minute mark. Panarin, left side feed to Trocheck into the Carolina zone. Behind the net, around to Lafreniere. It's deflected up over the glass into the netting with 10:01 to go in the third period. And Carolina leading 3-2.
Yeah, they're taking a discussion here, wondering whether this was deflected. I believe, Sam, it sure looked like it was deflected.
Yeah, I thought so.
And you know, the Rangers all have their referee jerseys on, signaling that it wasn't. So,
now the officials skating over. This is not reviewable this year. Next year,
wow.
I think it will be.
Shea.
What do you think?
Well, it's hard to tell whether it ramped up Lafreniere's stick or not. Brady Shea is the Carolina player who attempted to clear it.
All four officials in front of the penalty box discussing it. And now, let's see, the discussion continues.
Right.
But again, it's not reviewable this year. They've talked about it, the GM's meetings, that
it's really hard.
Will be reviewable next season.
It's really hard to tell, even from the angle with which our broadcast partners at TNT, and they ruled that it's not a delay. Oh, wow. I'll tell you, from that angle.
You got another angle?
Got another angle, absolutely. Whew.
And you think it might have been, huh?
Yeah, it's really difficult to tell. You know, again, if that's
None of the officials saw it clearly, obviously. Yeah. They all discussed it. They all asked, what did you see? What did you see? The face-off is in the Carolina zone.
I mean, the only thing was Lafreniere was right there, and he was the one that put his hand up first. So, as we take, well, what's done is done. The Rangers keep plugging away here.
Off the face-off, Slavin moves it to the far side, chipped out by Jarvis, picked up by Slavin, into the Rangers zone, right circle to the goal line, center's blocked, save! Big save on Jordan Staal. Oh, Shesterkin coming up big. Staal was all alone for the rebound. Rangers into the Carolina zone. Trocheck right side, dropped it off to Miller. Turns, left side feed. Long shot by Trouba, deflected around the boards and out of the zone. Back forward is Trocheck. 9:25 to go, third period, 3-2, Carolina leading it. Trocheck into the Carolina end. Deflected, drawn in deep by Kreider. Shot was stopped. Fox, back pass, shot by Trocheck, saved by Anderson. He makes a huge save with 9:13 to go in this third period. Carolina leading it 3-2. And you're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Grand Marnier takes cocktails from ordinary to unforgettable, adding a layer of sophistication to some of the world's most well-loved drinks, including the margarita. The Espolòn Grand Margarita is a classic cocktail that pairs sour lime with earthy Espolòn tequila notes, adding Grand Marnier's cognac and bitter orange liqueur flavor for a refined smoothness. Visit GrandMarnier.com to learn how to take cocktails from ordinary to extraordinary and live grand. Grand Marnier liqueur, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2024, Campari America, New York, New York. Drink with style, always drink responsibly.
Now, it all started on a rainy Sunday, and I was enjoying a peaceful drive before the arrival of the in-laws when...
It's a disaster. That sneaky dog of yours got up on the counter and gobbled up the cake.
So I can pick up...
It's gotta be from the place off Highway 9. Hurry, they're almost here.
Luckily, my Nissan Altima was built to handle the unexpected. With available intelligent all-wheel drive, I was able to save the day without a slip-up.
You made it.
Piece of cake.
Drive the Nissan Altima. Now get a low $209 per month lease for 36 months on the 2024 Nissan Altima. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Well-qualified lessees 2024 Altima SV front-wheel drive. $4049 initial payment excludes tax, title, license, and $695 acquisition fee. Includes $625 manufacturer's rebate applied to $209 per month lease. Disposition fee due at lease in. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. N6324.
Rangers hockey on ESPN New York is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
Faceoff will be in the Carolina end of the ice, and that goal was a bit of a cheapie. Yeah, that puck should have been called a delay of the game.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. We got one more look at it here. And as you mentioned, Sam, moving forward, it sounds like that might be reviewable.
Yes, in the future.
Now, I wonder, is that a league? Will the league look at it, or do you have to challenge it?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
I think that's yet to be determined.
Right.
Zibanejad, Kreider, and Panarin on for the Rangers. Face off deep in the Carolina zone. Kreider around the net, left side. In deep is Lindgren, works it around the glass.
There's cross-check.
And a penalty called as Zibanejad was knocked down by Jordan Staal. Staal says something to Zibanejad after he gets up. What does he want? You cross-check the guy.
Well, the thing, too, is Stahl's cross-check's not going to be a cross-check from somebody that's 5'3", 100 pounds. That thing is going to leave a mark.
He's 6'5", 225.
Right.
Number 11, Carolina, minor penalty, cross-checking.
Yeah.
Rangers power play second of the game. The first one, they took a penalty, and Carolina scored when they had their power play advantage.
See, the argument would be, was it a cross-check or a push? You know, there is a bit of a difference. You know, push, just you lay your stick in there, and you got the cross-check is you bring it back. I think that sometimes is a little tough to tell which. Yeah, that honestly, that was a push.
Oh, this is the U day. All right. 10:58, the time of the penalty. Trocheck and Aho for the face-off. This is big. Rangers down the goal. Face-off win by Aho. Slavin winds it around to Jarvis. Jarvis clears it all the way down.
Yeah, a really good play off the draw by Burns. Rather than just flail it up the boards, he chips it back to Slavin, and out it goes.
Fox dropped it back to Panarin across the red line. Into the Carolina zone, angles right. Feeds Trocheck. Back pass to Panarin along the right wing boards. Winds it around the boards. Left side to Zibanejad. Behind the goal line to Trocheck. He's hit by Burns. They both go down. And the puck cleared all the way back. Shesterkin out. Fires it ahead. And the whistle stopped play.
I think it went off, may have gone off the bench. Is that what they're saying? It went off the Carolina's bench.
The face-off is going to be back in the Carolina zone.
Burns and Trocheck.
Yeah, they do a little bumping.
Yeah. But just, you know what? I know they like to set it up with the rim around, but if the rim around isn't crisp, then Carolina jumps all over it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, especially when you're kind of off balance and you're under pressure. Just wondering if they just hold it maybe and look for some support.
Minute 22, they put time back on the clock. 1:28 to go on the power play. 8:29 to go third period. 3-2, Carolina leading it. Face off to the right of Anderson. Won by Trocheck. Fox center of the blue line, left side of Zibanejad, back to Fox. Right side of Panarin. Skates down the board. Back to Fox, right point. Winds it around the boards to Panarin, left corner. Outside to Zibanejad, left point. Now to Panarin, right side of Fox. In deep, Trocheck, outside. Panarin with a shot. He scores! The Rangers have tied it. Chris Kreider with a deflection. It's a power play goal. And it's 3-3. Kreider's second goal of the game.
I'll tell you, this was all set up with wonderful execution. Quick puck movement. Now Carolina's forcing. They're forcing. Puck goes tape to tape, up to the middle. Deflection. We've got a 3-3 hockey game.
A Rangers power play. We've talked about it all season long. It has come up huge in big spots. And once again, Chris Kreider, the Rangers' all-time leading goal scorer in the playoffs, has 2 goals here in the third period. 3-3. Let's see what happens. 8 minutes to go. Play in the Ranger zone. Wild around the boards, wrapped around by Neeson, blocked by Shesterkin, run out by Miller. Ahead of Brzezinski, sends it into the Carolina zone. Sent up the boards, they clear to center. Stopped there by Trouba, back skates into his own zone. Left side feed to Brzezinski, fires in. Round the boards it goes, Goodrow. Winds it deep, taken away by D'Angelo, he gave it back to Cooley. Back behind the Carolina goal line. Shea tied up with Goodrow, got it to Kotkaniemi, who lifts it out of the zone all the way back. Capo Kakko back to get it. Kakko skates around the zone net. Dropped it off for Fox. Fox up the left side to Lindgren. Lindgren out to center, tipped ahead by Wenberg. Bounces wide of the net. Played off the boards by Orlov. His shot hit the referee. Deflects into the corner. Cooley gets there. Winds it around the boards. Up to the point to Fox. Fox winds it back deep. All the way around the far side. Gensel has it for Carolina. He sends it around the near boards and out of the zone. Deflects back. Aho picks it up. In the Carolina end, he skates to center. 6:45 to go. Aho took a hit. Rangers take the puck. In their own zone, Schneider skates to center. Lead up ahead to Roslovic. In with a shot that's blocked by Burns. Chipped ahead by Gensel and cleared to center. Stopped there by Gustafsson. Sends it back deep into his own zone. Schneider is there to play it. Back behind his net to Gustafsson. Up the left wing boards, cleared out to center. Stopped by Burns, back into the Ranger zone. Schneider is there. Backhands it to Gustafsson. Around the boards it goes for Kreider. He's bumped by Burns, who pinches in. Kreider trying to keep it alive. It popped loose. Zibanejad got it to Schneider, and out come the Rangers. Down the left side, Kreider cuts inside and shoots wide as he was going down. What an effort by Kreider. He backhands the puck off the back of the net. Slavin lifts it out of the zone for Carolina to center. Send it to the Ranger zone. 5:50 to go. third period. The game tied 3-3. Game 6. Rangers looking to close it out. Move in. Lafreniere. Left circle. He shoots wide. Down the boards it goes. Svechnikov clears to center. Trouba's there to fire it back into the Carolina zone. Kept moving by Anderson to Shea. Up the boards. Off the glove of Aho. He's tied up there. It's kept in by Trocheck. Plays it toward the net where Anderson stops it and covers it with 5:25 to go in the third period. And the game tied 3-3. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Hey, New Yorkers, tonight's hockey is presented by Heineken Silver. New Heineken Silver is a world-class light beer with only 2.9 carbs and just 95 calories. Choosing a light beer usually means sacrificing on taste or quality. But with Heineken Silver, say goodbye to compromise. Heineken Silver has all the taste with no bitter endings. So this spring and throughout the playoffs, grab a surprisingly crisp and refreshing Heineken Silver. Taste the difference. Available at your local Heineken retailer or for delivery at Heineken.com/silver. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
Last call. Last call, last call, last call. Hey, New York, this is Michelle Scalisi from Security Dodge. Come get a last call. And right now, you can take up to $10,000 off MSRP on our like-new Chargers and Challengers. Plus, they have a huge selection of Scat Packs, Swingers, Shakedowns, Demons, King Daytonas, Hellcats, TRXs. Do you want to roar? Shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com during our Memorial Day sales event.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Stay tuned for the Final Five, brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. Visit them at titosvodka.com. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, is right.
Final Five going to be something. 3-3 the score. Great comeback. Kreider's second goal of the period at 11:54. Power play goal from Panarin and Trocheck to tie the game. Face off to the left of Anderson. Trocheck, Lafreniere, and Panarin on. Loosen the circle, poked ahead. Played by Orlov, up the boards, and off of Miller, out to center. Popped in the air, bounces down. Moved to the Ranger line, stopped there by Miller. Back pass into his own zone. Rangers controlled, Miller gets the pass. Out to Lafreniere, tips it into the Carolina end. Anderson fires it out. Off the stick of Drury. Panarin pokes at it. Played by Natchez. Back into his own zone to Orlov. Lifts it ahead. Slides deep into the Ranger zone. It's an icing on the Carolina Hurricanes. This out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Best Trails and Travel. One game coming up later tonight in Vancouver. Edmonton and Vancouver tied 2 games apiece. That's the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Visit them today for the ultimate travel experience at besttrailstravel.com. Off the face-off, shot by Fox, and it stayed out and hit the side of the net. Oh, man. I thought it might have been going in. Here's Trocheck in deep. Centers, tipped wide, just wide by Kreider. Kept in by Lindgren, winds it behind the net to Kreider. Comes up the right circle, right point to Fox. Fox centers across, shot by Zibanejad, deflected away. Right off the boards, off the glass by Roslovic. Rangers dominant here. Wrap up, they score! They score! The Rangers lead it 4-3.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Chris Kreider with a hat trick in the third period. He has scored 3 consecutive goals, and the Rangers lead 4-3.
What a play by Ryan Lindgren. Lindgren goes down hard down the left side and just bulls his way around to get to a position to throw it to the net. And Kreider out-positions Orlov off the forehand And oh my God, Sammy, the Rangers have come from a 3-1 deficit here in the third. 4:19 left.
A hat trick for Chris Kreider in the third period of a playoff game. Rangers have the lead. 4:15 to go. What a comeback. Puck deflects over the glass and out of play. 4:12 to go. Chris Kreider with one of the amazing performances we have seen in the Rangers playoff, in the Ranger play.
Well, given the circumstances, too, right?
Oh, what a performance he has put on here in the third period. Lifted the Rangers on his back with 3 goals. 3 consecutive goals, and the Rangers have turned this game around. Carolina moves back in. Kotkaniemi in the right corner, centers. It's off the boards and brought out to center by Brzezinski. Fires it into the Carolina end. 3:45 to go, regulation time. Rangers leading 4-3 after trailing 3-1. Brady Shea in his zone at the goal line. Holding as the Canes complete a line change. Shea, long pass out to center, sending by Aho. Round the board, Shesterkin stops it. Fires it left side, out of the zone. Played by Burns, left side to Slavin. Back to Burns at his own blue line. Left side against the limit of the Rangers zone. Plays it in front, tipped away by Shesterkin. Aho had it knocked away. Panarin comes to center. 3:10 to go, he dumps it deep into the Carolina end. Stopped by Anderson behind the net for Slavin. Both teams change lines. Carolina moves up. Burns, left side of Stahl. Into the Rangers zone, he meets Trouba. Trouba poking at it, carried around the net. Kreider gets there. Fires to the round boards, blocked by Carolina. Goes to the far side. A shot by Slavin, a save by Shesterkin, and no rebound. 2:48 to go. And the final 5 is brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. Visit them at Tito'sVodka.com.
As we get down to the tag ends of this hockey game, again, we go back to game 4. And the Rangers, I think a little bit guilty of, being that close to ending this play, this season, with a little more on their heels. They've been certainly a hell of a resilient club all season long, and Freddie Anderson out of the net.
Yes, Carolina's net is empty with 2:48 to go. Face off deep in the Ranger zone. 6 skaters on for the Hurricanes. Loosen the circle. In front all alone. Saves Shesterkin as he robs Svechnikov. Fox fires it off the glass. It deflected out of play.
That is the third crucial play by Igor Shesterkin. Schneider and Gustafsson collide. Aho has a breakaway. Shesterkin makes the save. Puck comes out on top of him. Stahl has an opportunity. Shesterkin makes the save, and he makes this one off of Svechnikov.
And I know what they'd be doing at the Garden. Igor.
So we'll do that for him.
Off the faceoff, Aho wins it. Burns drops it off. Shot by Chase. Save. Shesterkin. Rebound cleared to the side. Aho gave it up. Trouba fires it up the boards. All the way down. And Burns gets back there before Zibanejad. It's an icing on the Rangers. 2:26 to go in regulation time. 3 goals here in the third period by Chris Kreider have given the Rangers a 4-3 lead as they try to close out this series. Aho and Trocheck on the faceoff. Deep in the Ranger zone. Carolina's net is empty. Loose. And a false start. They'll do the face-off again.
Right, that's Aho. This one won't count. But that would have been the third consecutive face-off win by Aho here.
Aho
it looks like he gets tossed.
Yes, Gensel moves in against Trocheck. Rangers leading 4-3. Trocheck down low. Try to play it to the boards. It's loose in the Ranger zone. Cleared out by Trouba. Toward the empty net. but just wide of the net, and it becomes an icing with 2:17 to go.
Well, again, the Carolina Hurricane will have their choice of sides, and they certainly look like they like this face-off to the right of Igor Shesterkin, because that puts Aho on his backhand, the left-handed shot. Very, very strong on his backhand on the face-off.
Aho and Trocheck. Trocheck wins it. Trouba fires it ahead. It's blocked. Cleared out into the Carolina zone.
Icing.
Shea back for it. No icing. Shea skates behind his net. Brady Shea moves up. 6 skaters for Carolina. 2 minutes to go. Round the boards in the Ranger zone. Aho after it against Trouba. Gensel winds it around the boards. Svechnikov hit by Lindgren. Moves it up. Trocheck clears the zone on the backhand. All the way down. It becomes an icing. It was wide of the net. 1:46 remaining. And the Rangers leading 4-3.
Now again, the Ranger coaching staff, once again,
Man,
not allowed to change here. They are?
No.
No.
Rangers, no. Face off deep in the Ranger zone. Stahl against Trocheck. Deep to the boards. Lindgren fires it hard around the boards and out. It caroms down. It's wide of the net, just missing by about 2 feet. And it becomes another icing. 1:37 to go. Oh, man, this is excruciating, Dave.
It is totally excruciating.
The final 5 is brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. Visit them at titosvodka.com.
Now again, it looks like Carolina's going to call a timeout here.
All right.
So I think they're doing that to get Aho back out.
Rangers with 3 goals in the third period. One of the most dramatic, clutch, exciting, spectacular performances by an individual. Chris Kreider comes up with 3 consecutive goals to lead this Rangers comeback.
He has to be in the right spot, right? He has to be in the right spot, to get to the net, which he drives to the net and chips it through Anderson for his first one. Then he's got to be in the right spot on the power play to deflect the shot from Panarin. And then he's in the right spot again as Lindgren does a hell of a job coming down the left side around the net. Chris Kreider.
So here are the Rangers. Carolina, 6 skaters on. The net is empty. Face off deep in the Ranger zone. Zibanejad is on. Trocheck is taking the face off. Kreider is on. Trouba is on. And Lindgren loose along the boards. Stopped by Trouba. He turns. Plays it ahead. It's blocked. Kept in by Jarvis. Try to work it ahead. Trouba clears it out. Racing back for it is Svechnikov. Got it to Shea in front of his own net. 1:15 to go. Out to center. Sent in by Jarvis. Mishandled at the line. Carried out to center. Svechnikov played it left side. Sent in by Jarvis. Down the boards it goes. Svechnikov missed it. It's lifted clear. Out to center. Under a minute to go. Sent back in by Jarvis. Miller back for it. Sends it around the boards for Wenberg. He's tied up by Aho. It's fired out. It's the empty net. An empty net goal.
Barclay Goodrow.
The Rangers lead 5-3 with 48.1 seconds to go.
Okay, who saw this coming, folks?
Wow, wow, wow. The Rangers, 4 goals in the third period, have taken a 5-3 lead.
Oh, my God.
The crowd here in Carolina, which was going wild to start the third period, is absolutely stunned.
Stunned as they're making their way to the exits.
Final seconds. To the bench goes Anderson. Into the Ranger zone. Teravainen centers. Saves Shesterkin on Pregame. Vesey banks it off the boards all the way down. It'll be an icing on the Rangers. 30.1 seconds remaining.
I'll tell you, I know Chris Kreider's going to be the story, there's no question. But Igor Shesterkin in this third period has been brilliant when a save had to be made.
He's done it all year.
When a save had to be made, he made it, and Anderson didn't.
Face off to the right of Shesterkin, won by Kuznetsov. Nature's trying to play it, brought in by D'Angelo. Back past to Slavin. Winds it deep, D'Angelo around the boards. Fired in front of his block. Teravainen backhanded to the net, save. Rebound loose, and another save with the stick. Shesterkin's without a stick. It's off to the side of the net. Along the boards. It's kept in. Shot went wide by Slavin. Deflects across the crease. 3 seconds to go. And it is over. The Rangers win. The Rangers win and advance to the Final Four. Wow. What a comeback.
That was incredible.
All the Rangers are mobbing Igor Shesterkin in the crease. They have all jumped onto the ice, mobbing their goaltender, who made 33 saves in this game. The Rangers, with a miraculous comeback in the third period, have advanced to the Final Four of the NHL. And they go to the Eastern Conference Final.
And the theme all year long was resiliency, right? Resiliency has allowed this particular group to continue. Now, you know, the details were pretty good, too.
Yes.
With Kreider, Shesterkin, big plays when plays had to be made. Saves that had to be made in the third period were made. And the Rangers, that's just beyond description.
Oh.
It really, you did a hell of a job, by the way, Sam. Good work. Oh, my God.
Oh. This is just, it is, what a feeling to see this team come through as they just pulled it all together. And Chris Kreider, I mean, we have watched Chris Kreider his entire career in New York. He has been criticized at times for maybe not being as good as people wanted him to be. He has really stepped up big time.
There's no question. And I think you brought up the point right at the top, Sam, about the top players having to be the top players, right? And he certainly delivered. But I will not, you know, again, he's in the right position. He wills his way through it. It's interesting, when he was talking to the media this morning, he was fairly lighthearted. He was fairly light, which is not something you see from Chris a lot.
Throwing the cliches out there.
And it's just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful classic storybook. This one will go down as something in Ranger history that people will talk about.
And there are Ranger fans in the building, and now that a lot of Carolina fans have left, the chants of Igor are being heard. Yes, he did it. You're right, Dave. I mean, you talk about making big saves. How many times did we see Carolina players all alone in front?
Right. No, it was 4. He made 4 big saves.